Okay. I'm going to have to launch.
All right. See ya. Thank you.
Have a great game.
You as well.
Check 1 2. Check, check, check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Fans, we are pleased to welcome you to Rice Stadium today for this football game. At this time, if we could have...
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Good Friday night to you, and welcome to the fourth round of the playoffs as the Hightower Hurricanes are still alive. And that jostling and jiggling and bouncing and banging you hear in the background is Patrick Kinnick, my broadcast partner, putting on his headset. He just made it through the traffic. You're a very brave man, Patrick. Glad you're with us.
Just in time.
For what will be a great game. And we'll talk to him shortly as we get into the countdown to kickoff show. I think he has a few important things that he needs to get out of his bag of tricks. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage brought to you tonight as we bring you the Hightower Hurricanes and the Paetow Panthers. I almost forgot to say the names of the teams. That would have been a big, big mistake. It is Hightower out of Fort Bend against Katy Paetow, two teams that play each other in district play. They did play each other 43 days ago, and Hightower lost that one big, 55-7. So it's kind of like Rocky III. They're very brave to go back in there against Clubber Lang, but they believe that they can get the job done. I was about to give you the sponsors, and now let me go ahead and do that for you. Our sponsors are we are VypeFortBend.com. Our sponsors are Xfinity, the future of awesome. Also, First Tire and Automotive with 4 great Fort Bend County locations, including Katy Cinco Ranch. We are brought to you by the Needville Insurance Agency, Office Depot, and Archer Volkswagen, open since 1956 on Southwest Freeway, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. They are ready to serve you. Archer Volkswagen will bring you all of the touchdown scoring drives tonight on VypeFortBend.com. And Patrick, do you want to say hello just to say goodbye quickly before we get into the pregame show?
Hello and goodbye. Looking forward to it.
All right, he's saving his voice. As you can hear, he's just on his last legs vocally. We'll be back with the countdown to kickoff show. I'm kind of excited, as you can probably tell. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick will be right back.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Plus, you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with one unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes.
Tonight, thank you for being here. Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show, getting closer and closer to the kickoff of Hightower against Paetow. This, their second battle of the season, and here to introduce himself and the rest of the officiating crew is our referee.
Referee Kevin Upham, umpire Earl Bennett Jr., head linesman Tony Jackson, line judge Omar Salgado, back judge Justin Irvin, side judge Chris Rogers, field judge Michael Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Upham. Have a good game tonight. Thank you for being here. You only get the best crews when you get this deep in the playoffs. You get those that are requested by the coaches, and it was not difficult to choose Kevin Upham and his crew. This is VypeFortBend.com. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick with you. The Countdown to Kickoff show rolls on right after this.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
We're the Hightower Cheerleaders. You're listening to VypeFortBend.com. Coach Anthony is next on the Countdown to Kickoff Show. Go Canes! Woo!
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show, getting closer and closer to the kickoff of Hightower against Paetow. This, their second battle of the season, and here to introduce himself and the rest of the officiating crew is our referee.
Referee Kevin Upham, umpire Earl Bennett Jr., head linesman Tony Jackson, line judge Omar Salgado, back judge Justin Irvin, side judge Chris Rogers, field judge Michael Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Upham. Have a good game tonight. Thank you for being here. You only get the best crews when you get this deep in the playoffs. You get those that are requested by the coaches, and it was not difficult to choose Kevin Upham and his crew. This is VypeFortBend.com. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick with you. The Countdown to Kickoff show rolls on right after this.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to Rice Stadium and the Countdown to Kickoff show as the Hightower Hurricanes are getting ready to take on Katy Paetow. And now it's time to talk with Coach Courtney Anthony of the Hightower Hurricanes.
Yeah, he kind of messed up my name on that one, but yeah, it's Cornelius.
That's true. And I'm not going to mention any names because the guy who made that one mistake does a great job covering high school football. So I'm not going to embarrass him, but it was kind of funny whenever you get, you're famous like yourself, a former NFL player, and now a very successful head coach, and you get your name messed up.
Yeah, it was it was funny. I laughed at it, and it is what it is. It happens.
No problem. Okay, I wanted to loosen you up because this is one of those, you get into the round of 8, and it's always a big deal, and it's easy to get tight before a game, but how are you feeling? Are you kind of tight and nervous, or are you feeling really confident?
I'm not tight nervous. I'm just ready to play. I hate waiting, and so I just, if it was up to me, we would get off the bus, warm up, and play the game. But I just hate the build up. But I am confident in our game plan. I'm confident in our players and their ability to execute the game plan. And so I'm just excited. That's the word. That best describes how I feel. Extremely excited.
One thing that really excites me about sports is when you get that steely resolve of 2 teams or 2 competitors going up against each other when one won pretty decisively the time before. Mm-hmm. And I think about Rocky III. Now that was a movie, and this is real life, but I know your team can play so much better than they did against Paetow the first time. What have you done to make sure that they flush that, basically, if that's what you think they best need to do?
Oh, we didn't flush it. We used it as motivation. And one thing I can say about my players is that they have the memory of an elephant. And, they admittedly told the coaching staff when we were watching film that they took them for granted. They underestimated them. And so I'm actually thankful for that loss in the sense that it taught them a lesson real early, that you never underestimate your opponent, that this is sports, and like Herm Edwards says, this is why you play the game. And on any given game day, a team can be beat. And so, that 55-7 butt whooping is a stark reminder of that. And so that's what, we've been using as motivation all week to play our brand of football and to go out here and execute the game plan that is, that we have for them.
And it's got to be the perfect storm of mindsets going into a game like this. And I know that you have to feel good about the way your quarterback is playing, as well as he's played all year. It looks like he's playing his best football now. Is that what it seems like to you?
Yes, I told his dad, who is our offensive line coach, Coach Pinson, he's growing up. And he's growing up right before our eyes, and he's no longer playing like a sophomore anymore. He went from managing the game to now being able to comfortably take over the game, and that's what we need from him. And, especially with it being playoff football with so much at stake, win or go home implications, he's doing a phenomenal job. KJ Pinson is he's playing lights out, so I'm thankful that, he's on our team.
I've always felt that way. Obviously he's a sophomore academically, but when you're playing your 14th game as a sophomore quarterback and you've started every game, Kendron Pinson is definitely a junior.
Yeah, he's growing up, and like I said, for him to this be his first varsity year starting on varsity, like you said, by the 14th game, you're a veteran now. You're a junior now. After that 10th game, you're no longer a sophomore. You're a junior. So he's playing like one, and the good thing is I still have 2 more years with him.
Well, it's been a great ride thus far, Coach Anthony, and let me tell you, the first time I talked to you was after that scrimmage against Travis. Mm-hmm. And, I wouldn't have said right then, well, Hightower can't go all the way, but now you clearly have an opportunity to do so. So congratulations for everything that's gone thus far, and great luck tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking to you next week.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back with a kickoff. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick from Venerable Rice Stadium, site of Super Bowl VIII. We'll be back.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Football State Championship starting Wednesday, December 15th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. Now, Patrick, what we have here is Paetow has come out of the tunnel onto the field. They're lined up along the far sideline. Hightower is about to go through its inflatable tunnel. And I will say, I don't know if you realize this, but at Rice Stadium at the south end, they have one tunnel that both teams use. I was hoping they would try to go down the tunnel at the same time, because that can just make one of these animosity games, rivalry games where there are high stakes. It makes it even more fun.
Well, they showed it last week. It was Michigan, Ohio State.
Exactly.
They had to do the same thing.
Exactly.
And there was some rumbling going on in the tunnel down there. They showed it at halftime, and here come the Hurricanes.
All right, so this is one of those games, Patrick, where I have to say, when the first game went 55-7, Paetow over Hightower, I certainly hope that Hightower can hang in there. I think they're going to have to prove it to themselves. And if they can get to the middle of the second quarter, if it's a one-score game at that point, I think Hightower will say, yeah, we can play with these guys, and they will go on from there. But Paetow has been a very impressive team. Their only loss was in the next to the last game of the season when they dropped one to Manville. So Manville and Hightower and Paetow each lost one district game, but Hightower took out Manville last week, and here we are.
That's interesting. And did you do that game, Roger, the 55-7 game?
I sure did. I was
at
Rhodes Stadium.
Was it a blowout from the beginning, or did just the wheels come tumbling down, or what happened there?
It was
Turnovers?
very, very abrupt. It was Paetow scoring on a drive of 2 or 3 plays, and Hightower got a penalty on their kickoff return, 3 and out, and Paetow scored again quickly. And that was pretty much that.
Just couldn't get their feet on the ground that night. Hopefully
All right.
It'll be a different story tonight.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. This is VypeFortBend.com. Don't go away.
Texas flag.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
All right, welcome back to Venerable Rice Stadium, built before 1960, and they had that famous John F. Kennedy speech in this grand old stadium, and of course, it hosted Super Bowl VIII. The Dolphins beat the Vikings 24-7 in one of the most boring Super Bowls ever. And so here we are, Patrick Kinnick, you and I. This is the second time that we've broadcasted together in a venue that hosted a Super Bowl, the other one being AT&T Stadium, where your Packers defeated the Steelers.
Yeah, that was quite an experience for us to get to that stadium, and nothing against Rice Stadium, but that was a little bit different experience for us.
Now, let me just tell everybody, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I know you probably wanted to talk more about the Packers winning the Super Bowl over the Steelers, but I'm going to tell you a lot of things about Paetow, and it's going to be scary. They have averaged 53.9 points per game. They give up an average of 10.5, and they've had 5 shutouts, plus a game where they only gave up 7. That was against Hightower. And they gave up 33 points to Manville. I don't know how the Mavericks did that, except somehow Manville came up with 5 interceptions during that game, and that's probably what made it such an aberration.
Did they also, what you said, it was toward the end of the season, was there a possibility they were letting a few guys rest? I don't know if that's possible or not.
I don't think it was one of those games because Manville only had the 1 loss and Paetow was undefeated, so Paetow really, it really hurt them to lose the game, except they did have the point differential going in their favor. All right, let's see who we got there at captains for Hightower. We got Caleb Douglas.
And elected to defer to the second half.
Okay, so Hightower wins the toss and deferred. Cameron Bradford, one of the other captains. Also big offensive lineman Christian Harris. And also DeCamron Verrett. So Paetow is going to receive the football first at the north end of Rice Stadium. And now the starters for you for the offensive lineup of Paetow. C.J. Dumas is their quarterback. Demarion Phillips is sometimes the feature back, and sometimes it is, well, it's the other guy, Jacob Brown, who did not even play against Hightower in that 55-7 win on October 21st when they used a blocking fullback. It's Brian Del Cid. Josh Prieto had 2 touchdowns in the first meeting between these two, and Prieto plays tight end. Cole Wilson is their breakaway wide receiver. He had a touchdown and 2 receptions for 85 yards in the first meeting. The other wide receiver, Brandon Shanks, across the offensive line, Anthony Durantes, Nicholas Lira, Jeremiah Richard, James Bailey, and Isaiah Villanueva. 28 points in the third quarter against Cedar Park last week lifted these Paetow Panthers to a 65-14 win. Meanwhile, Patrick was broadcasting the game between Hightower and Manville, and that was a 31-21 win. So it looks like Hightower is not winning in some spectacular way. There's nothing really scintillating about it. They just keep getting win after win.
Well, you just hope that you're playing your best football at this time of the year, and Paetow, I'm sure, is thinking that they are, and I think Hightower does too. They had a couple of nice wins in the playoffs, and they defeated Manville last week. Let's see what they can do today, and they're going to start off on defense, try to stop this high-power Paetow offense.
Armando Ace Ventura puts his foot into the football, and it comes down at the 7-yard line and returning it up between the hash marks and bouncing outside to the near side and bounced out of bounds at the 26-yard line. The kickoff return man specialist there was Kobe Truehill. And this offensive lineup of Paetow really likes to run the football. They don't tend to throw it very much unless they absolutely have to.
Give credit to Skylar Robinson for driving them out of bounds there at the 27-yard line. This is an important series. They're always important, but you want to start off the game on a strong note, and we got to get this defense going tonight.
Near hash mark, Paetow moving from left to right. Dumas, the quarterback, backs in an eye behind him. And it's a fake handoff. He drops back, has plenty of time, throws late over the middle, and it is batted away, incomplete. He was trying to get it to the ace, Cole Wilson, but it was batted away by Hightower's Ephraim Dotson.
And that ball hung up there a little bit. One of the guys got down there to dove for it. Couldn't quite come up with it. That would have been a nice way to start, but pretty good defense. He hit him right away when the pass was there, and he was right on him.
One thing that's kind of interesting, Patrick, you see this a lot with college teams, but not high school. There are some duplicate numbers on the Paetow roster. They have 2 number 15s. One plays defense, and the other is the man under center, C.J. Dumas. Hightower with a lot of players in the box, threatening blitz, and now is a toss to the left. There goes Jacob Brown, and he's hit about 3 yards down the field, and somebody grabbed his foot and held on and did a great job. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7. And will it be a passing situation? I believe it was DeCamron Verrett who came up and just grabbed one foot and held on until help arrived.
It's a great job of he had the edge early in the run, and then the Hightower defense was able to really pursue well on that play. It's a big 3rd down here.
Well, looks very different here, Patrick. After 2 plays in the first meeting, they were in the red zone. Dropping back is Dumas. They give him time again. Throws near the far sideline. The pass is caught for a 1st down at the 42.
Wow, it was just barely got it to him. A late blitz came in, and a good job.
Oh, wait a minute.
Did you call him incomplete?
It's incomplete.
Okay, all right. It looked like they were going to mark it, but it was short on he short hopped it. Good job by the Hightower Hurricanes.
Okay, well, maybe that is a wonderful, wonderful sign here early on. It's a 3 and out, assuming that there's no trickery here on the punt.
Oh boy.
And the snap bounces back to their punter. And it's a high wobbly kick, and it's fielded near the 30 and up the near sideline and out of bounds at the 42. A quick little 12-yard return by Caleb Johnson, as the Fighting Calebs of Hightower are looking pretty strong after 1 defensive possession, and they have very good field position at the 42. By the way, the punter for Paetow. You know, I had some information about the punter. I don't know where I put it. You know, I think I did too much before this game here, Patrick.
All I can say is on that return, I love the way Johnson just went right up the field on that, got 12 yards, like you said, quick 12.
Empty backfield, well, it was for Kendron Penson. Now he has a running back move next to him. And there is a fumble in the backfield. It gets loose. Paetow says they have the football.
I think you got on it. I think we got on it.
Somehow, Kendron Penson was able to jump on the football. We are very high above the field. It looked like the spread formation snap was accurate. I think there was just a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, I think he might have bumped the Payne on the way by there on the fake handoff, but it was a loss of, 5 there. It's a tough way to start offensively.
In the backfield is Andreas Misick-Duncombe. Now he lines up in a pistol behind Kendron Penson, and then he goes in motion. Here's a little quick slant pass, and it's incomplete. Over the middle, the pass intended for Keyshawn Smith, and the ball was batted away by Cody Forshee. So now it's 3rd and 15. You don't want to be behind the sticks on 3rd down against this Paetow team that sacked Kendron Penson 10 times in the first meeting.
And by the way, that pass was not a bad pass. It was right there, but just a better defensive play by the Paetow defender. And like you said, 3rd and 15. These are tough situations, especially against this defense.
Maybe you need to throw the ball to number 4, Caleb Douglas. He's their main man. Penson drops back and throws a little swing route. His receiver was hit and knocked down as the ball was flying beyond his reach. And Patrick is thinking there probably should have been interference called.
There was definitely contact, and it threw him off his route. And I don't know. I really don't know why it wasn't called. They must not just have been watching it or something. But
Jeremy Payne was the intended receiver, and he had a mismatch. He had a linebacker on him. He probably could have scored. The linebacker made a good decision, but he got away with it.
He sure did, in my opinion.
Caleb Douglas to punt, and the left-footed all-purpose player kicks one, and it is Cole Wilson who makes a fair catch at the 21-yard line, and that's where Paetow is going to start its second possession.
That was a late, do you see how late he flipped that hand up for the fair catch?
Yes, I did.
It was barely a fair catch there, but it was a great punt there from Douglas, the left footer.
Yeah, and he being Cole Wilson, had to reach back at the last instant. It's remarkable hands that he has to avoid muffing the punt. They actually mark it at the 22. They've got El Cid there as the blocking back for Jacob Brown. Handoff up the middle. Big run for Brown. He's going to have a first down and more. Gets across the 35 to the 38-yard line. And it's a pickup of 16. In fact, they mark him at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that was, once he got through the hole there, he was rumbling through, and thankfully we were able to wrap him up there at 39. But a first down.
Demarion Phillips is sometimes the main man, but Jacob Brown was more productive last week, and they throw him the toss sweep. He bounces outside the pursuit. He's got another first down. He's into Hightower territory and dropped at the 49-yard line. Ankle tackle by Jalen Mendez. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Auto for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
That guy's a load, isn't he? Boy.
He sure is. He doesn't seem as fast as Demarion Phillips, but usually when he gets out in the open, it doesn't really matter. Nobody catches him.
Well, I noticed the tacklers so far have gone low on him.
First and 10 from the Hightower 49. Dumba's pumped short. Now he goes deep for an open receiver, but it's beyond his reach inside the 20. Hightower kind of got away with one.
Yep.
On that particular play, they were trying to loft it out there to Brandon Shanks.
Yeah, he just overthrew him. It was a good fake. He made a pump fake, and he faked off to the left for a pass, and that guy was wide open. He overshot him by about 3 yards. Hey, you got to take what you can get, you know?
By the way, if I get a chance here, I'll give you all the Hightower defensive starters. Second down and 10 for Paetow in a scoreless game, first quarter. 8:46 to go in the period. Backs in an eye. El Cid moves over as the blocking back. Are they going to run it to the right? Yes, they are. Jacob Brown gets outside the numbers, dancing up the sideline, and knocked out of bounds at the Hightower 41. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2 in our first short yardage situation. And we'll see how the big and beefy Hightower front can get things done.
Well, you know what's interesting on these running plays, that one we just saw, good block by, you're calling him El Cid, good block on the lead block, and then there's no contact for the runner until 9 yards down the field. That's pretty good way to run the ball if you're a running back.
3rd and 1, actually. They marked the ball at the Hightower 40. Everybody's bunched up in the interior line, a little bit of movement, and I think there was a false start by Paetow.
Yep.
In fact, Patrick Kinnick signaled false start. That was my best indication because, as I said, we are high above the field here. By the way, let's see. They gave us a pronunciation line up here, Patrick, which is wonderful. And they didn't say anything under Brian Del Cid's name, so I assume I'm saying it right.
Oh, Del Cid. Okay, let's see here.
I said El Cid. He was a historical figure, wasn't he?
Right.
El Cid and El Greco.
So I was
this is Del Cid. 3rd down and 6. Dumas sends a man in motion. Heavy to the left side of the formation. He hands it off. Jacob Brown tripped up near the line of scrimmage and goes down. He only picked up one, and the guy who knifed through and made the play right there was Chisholm on Wuzarabigo.
Jeez,
I know
Roger,
I said
you're
it
good.
wrong. Hold on. I got to try it again.
Got a man down here.
And there is an injured player for Hightower. The injured player is Dalen Ellis. In the meantime, I'm going to say Chisholm's name right. Chisholm on Wuzarigbo. On Wuzarigbo. There's nothing hard about that. On Wuzarigbo. Let's take a break here, Patrick, and hopefully the Hightower player will be okay. This is VypeFortBend.com. Scoreless in the first. Hightower and Paetow.
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
All right, the injured player for Hightower was able to make it off the field on his own, and hopefully we will see Dalen Ellis out there. And then, by the way, Patrick, I know you're going to be relieved. I found my statistical information, the extra statistical information on Paetow. Anthony Fuentes is their punter. He's at an average of 38.4. A very effective punt right there. It bounced a couple of times and rolled to the Hightower 6. There's really no chance for Mendez or for Caleb Johnson, either one, to return that punt. So the Hurricanes start at their own 6. Kendron Penson turns around, gives the ball up the middle, and that's a gain of 4, maybe 5, as he handed it off to Jeremy Payne, who had a huge night last time when they beat Manville. He had 224 yards. You saw that.
It was awesome. He's had two great games in a row, and once he gets breaks the seam, he's hard to stop because he's so fast.
But he's got something to prove against Paetow because the number of yards he got in the first meeting was his jersey number. 26 yards only on 8 carries. And they feed Payne again, and the ball gets away. What happened? Oh, it was a fake handoff, and then Penson tried to throw a pass. It was batted down and went out the back of the end zone. So no real harm done, except it is going to be 3rd down and a long 7 for the Canes.
Yeah, that was a strange-looking play. All of a sudden, the ball batted. It almost flew through the end zone in the air off the bat, off the bat down there. So, yeah, you're right. You're inside your 10, 3rd and 7.
All right. See what Penson can do, but they're going to play it safe, keep it on the ground, and it's a productive running play. In fact, I think it's going to be a 1st down. They gave it to Jeremy Payne. He kept on powering, and there were guys that not only made their blocks at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage, they kept pushing it down the field, and he picked up one more than he needed. It's a 1st and 10 at the 17. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
Payne has shown not only that speed, but that play was a great example of his tenacity and his effort, because he plowed through a couple of tacklers for extra yards.
He had a 92-yard touchdown run last week, slips in the backfield, cuts back, and gets yet another productive play, picks up 3 yards to the 20, and it looked like he might have had his feet go out from under him and tackle himself for a loss, but he was able to get his feet back under him. Hightower moving from right to left here in quarter number 1 at Rice Stadium. What a fabulous, venerable facility. 70,000 seats. It's just a big old concrete bowl, or actually a U.
Wasn't it 80,000 at one point, or am I missing that? I thought it was 80,000.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on how much standing room you allow.
Yeah. But it's a big stadium. You got that right.
3 backs in the backfield. Pinson drops back. They protect him. He throws it down the far sideline, and it's too long for Caleb Douglas. And number 4 covered number 4, and KJ Truehill was shoulder to shoulder with him. And Truehill is a great ball hawker, a real good coverage guy back there for the Paetow Panthers.
Yeah, he was. Pinson was just kind of going for it that time. He wasn't really that open. He was trying to, I guess, maybe throw him open, but he overshot it. Keep him honest back there, I guess. Another big third down here.
3rd down and 7, and I am going to presume that Paetow expects a pass. And they haven't gotten to Pinson yet tonight, but they did have the 10 sacks in that first meeting, so you know Hightower wants to protect their quarterback at all costs. He might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 7 on the play clock.
What do we have?
Now we have a timeout called prior to the snap, and it's taken by Hightower. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com.
That's your first time out of the half.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a great...
I hate to interrupt Mark Vandermeer, but I must, because we've got a 3rd down play, and it's a conversion. Caleb Douglas with a catch in the flat on the right side. Carries it to the 35, and Hightower picks up the first down on a 15-yard down and out. Kendron Pinson delivered the strike to his very talented receiver, Caleb Douglas, who is bound for USC, and that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
I didn't realize he was heading for USC. He's got a new coach out there. Who's the new coach out there?
New coach is Lincoln Riley.
That's right, yeah.
Leaving Oklahoma to go to the beach.
That's right.
From the 35, Pinson takes the handoff. Takes the snap, hands off to Payne, and he runs it for 2 yards over the right side on the tackle for Paetow.
You know, that doesn't look like much. I'm sorry, Roger.
I'm sorry. I'm 94. Okay, thank you. Jacob Johnson made that tackle. We're so high up.
Yes, we are.
In the light blue numbers on the white jerseys, I can't always read them, so I lean on the PA guy. I think he's got a set of binoculars.
He has to. I wish I'd have brought mine tonight. But it's only a 2-yard gain on that play, but that's still positive yards, and even those little 2-yard gains are good things for Hightower tonight.
On 2nd and 8, Pinson drops back, swings it out there to Payne. Outside the numbers on the near side, and he carries it to the 44-yard line. That's just 1 yard shy of the first down. Staying with him, but really lucky that he got to him, I have to say. It was number 48, Christian Paz.
Well, I tell you, that was just an easy pass play. Payne just kind of came out of the backfield, just kind of went out about 3 yards, quick pass, and then he ran for a few more, and now it's 3rd and 1. And a possible running play here. They got a kind of a power formation.
Trevor Knowles is one of those blocking backs up front. Penson turns around, hands it to Payne, makes a move in the backfield, but he's not going to get out of the backfield. He'll just get to the line of scrimmage. There's a big old pile, but Paetow's not letting Hightower push it beyond the stick. And we're going to have 4th and 1 from the 44, their own 44, and the Canes have a decision to make.
This is a tough one. It looks like they're going to punt, which is probably the right move, but man, you want to keep the ball. You know, it's 1 yard, and looked like Payne might have found a little crease there, but then it closed fast. Didn't quite get it in there. No gain on that play. But I think, like you said, Roger, we're getting to the end of the first quarter here, and there's no score, and that's right in Hightower's wheelhouse for tonight.
Yeah, they like low-scoring games. Douglas on to punt. He boots it away. That is a very effective punt. Knuckleball, and it's fair caught at the 23-yard line. Again, same guy who, no, actually that was Cole Wilson before, and that time it was Kobe Truehill. So 3:43 to go. By the way, look over to your right, Patrick. What a spectacular view of the medical center.
Yep, beautiful.
You also get the same beautiful view if you're looking over the outfield fence at Reckling Park here at Rice University, where they won a national championship in 2003. Actually, they won it in Omaha, but they brought the trophy back here.
Yeah, we get to keep it here.
Of course. Underneath the center is Dumas. Turns around and tosses it back to Jacob Brown, and Hightower reacts pretty well and limits him to a gain of 2.
That's good defense by the Hurricanes. They're stuffing it in there and not letting them get too many extra yards there on that play. So it'll be 2nd and 8.
Dalen Ellis, he was injured before, made that tackle right there, so he's back in the saddle again.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 8 from the 25. No score between Hightower and Paetow. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Dumas might be changing the play. I formation behind him. Give to Brown up the middle, and he breaks through. Look out. He's at midfield and still going. 40, 35-30, 25-20. No one will catch him. Jacob Brown takes it all the way. A 65-yard touchdown run for Jacob Brown.
I think you were right the first time, Roger. I think it's more like they were from the 25, weren't they? 75 yards.
Okay, you're right. 75 yards, indeed. So, by the way, his average yards per carry, 12.8 coming into this game. It just went up. Yeah. His long touchdown on the season has been an 89-yarder. So he didn't exceed that. Now Anthony Fuentes comes on to add the extra point. His kick is up, and his kick is good. Hold on here, Canes. Tighten up the defense. It's just one touchdown. We'll be right back. VypeFortBend.com, 7-0 Paetow.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Plus, you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with one unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
Here is the kick by Fuentes. And it comes down at the 4-yard line, and Hightower bringing it back straight up the right hash marks across the 20 to the 23. A very determined return. Bringing it back was Jalen Mendez. And it's a new possession for Hightower, trailing for the first time. It is 7-0. And Hightower fans, I need to say something to you. I need to say this to Patrick. He was doing the game between the Canes and Georgetown, and he mispronounced the player's name, but it is my fault. I told him that the defensive lineman for the Canes who got a scoop and score from 90-plus yards out was Jalen Baloney. It is not. It is Jalen Bellany, and I neglected to tell Patrick before the game. So don't be upset with him. It's my bad. I'm going to go all Gary Kubiak and say it's on me. Penson rolls to the left, and he's hit and sacked. Sacked inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. That was Logan Thomas, and I think he might lead the team in sacks. I'll have to check. But it might have been a bit of a broken play. There was just nothing deceiving about the play. It wasn't your usual bootleg. It was kind of I guess it was a naked bootleg, as we say here in Texas.
And the man was blocked. If the quarterback would have just stepped in instead of went out, he might have been able to avoid that.
9-yard loss, so at 2nd and 19, Penson throws in the flat. Got a catch, but it's a minimal gain. 5 yards on the pickup because it was a very determined lean after the catch. Jaden Adams made that reception.
They took that 1 yard away from him. It looked like he got to the 20 and they marked him at the 19. Yeah. Apparently his knee was down a little earlier.
So Truehill made that tackle. And it's 3rd down and 15 for Hightower, trailing 7-0. By the way, you notice that the lower part of, well, never mind. I'll tell you in a minute. Penson dropping back, throws, looking for Douglas.
Oh!
And just beyond his reach, he actually got a couple of hands on it and held it for a moment. But by the time he was gripping it, his foot was landing on the boundary. And Hightower goes 3 and out after giving up the touchdown.
Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, it's tough because you want to come back with something, at least ball possession there, and they're going to give it right back to him here with 1:17 to play in the first quarter.
By the way, I wonder if Caleb Douglas, when he's in punt formation, has license if he sees daylight to go and run for it, because he's such a gifted athlete. But he punts it away. There are 3 guys in his face. Cole Wilson makes the catch at the 44, heads right, bounces off of one of his blockers, still going, and gets inside the Hightower territory, gets it to the 43-yard line. That was, 13-yard punt return for Cole Wilson. And I checked something out as far as how often he scores. Coming into this game, 67 times he's touched the football, 16 TDs, which just under once every 4 times that he touches the ball, he gets a touchdown.
That's pretty impressive.
So a short field for Paetow. Hightower's 43-yard line, 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Dumas is in the spread. Jacob Brown is to his right. Blitz look from Hightower. Dumas hands it off to Brown. No, he keeps it. Goes around the right side. Breaks one tackle. Gets inside the 40. Stiff arms a tackler and carries it to the 33. He's going to be very close to what he needs for a first down. 10-yard pickup for Dumas. C.J. Dumas. I met his parents the night the Panthers thrashed the Hurricanes 55-7. They're very nice folks. By the way, we were hoping there would be Panthers and Canes tonight, but in separate games. Ridge Point bowed out with their loss last week to Atascocita. So that means Patrick and I are together again. It was indeed a first down, 33-yard line. Hightower's defense, see if they made some adjustments after giving up the long touchdown run to Brown. Dumas rolls to his left, holds on to the ball, throws late over the middle, incomplete, and there are a lot of green jerseys there. I think the guy that he was trying to get the ball to was his tight end, Josh Paetow, and Paetow has been very productive in the few catches that he's had this year. Patrick, let's see, Paetow, 7 receptions on the season, but 3 touchdowns.
That's good stuff, and on that last play for Hightower, Cameron Bradford put on some good pressure from the edge, which might have forced an early pass there. So that's a good play. 2nd down and 10.
49 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Paetow on top. Man goes in motion, a little movement. Flags come in. Jacob Brown hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 2. But I'm afraid it'll be offsides on Hightower.
I saw the movement. I thought he got back, but apparently not.
It seems like defensive linemen or just defenders in general are never given credit for jumping back.
Yeah, that's.
And I see it at all levels of football this year. You see them jump back, and it looked like they got on the defensive side of the line of scrimmage before the snap.
They're talking about it, though, here at the 35. They got 4 of the officials there. I thought I saw a Paetow movement as well. But was that caused by the Hightower player?
Here's Kevin Upham, our referee.
Ball start on the offense, number 41. 5-yard penalty, and we play second down.
Well, they did find somebody down there moving.
Very nice.
Good
Thank
deal.
you so much. After further review, and not by videotape.
No.
Just all the officials getting together and telling each other what they saw.
Well, one thing about Paetow, they huddle. They have seen more huddles tonight than I've seen in the last 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, and that gives you a chance to give our listeners some insights and tell them things that I might have missed. Second down and 15 from the 38. Here goes a man in motion, but it's a running play, and it's Brown hit in the backfield for the second consecutive play. Technically, the last time it happened was not a play because it was nullified by penalty, but he is dropped for a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down and 17.
You really got to stop him on this play. I mean, obviously, that's saying the obvious, but you don't want to get him off the hook here when you got him third and long. And I wonder if they're going to, let's see, the play clock and the game clock are pretty close, but I think they could run the quarter out.
And they appear to be walking back toward their sideline. I think that's what they're going to do. You called it, buddy. And here we go, 7-0. Paetow leads Hightower after one quarter. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
All right, so Hightower's defense goes back out there, and they have a third down and 17. And will they pin their ears back and come at Dumas? Well, Paetow has such a high-quality offensive line. Dumas is not usually harassed. He drops back here. Looks like he's trying to set up a screen. Late rush, and he throws it into the dirt. Incomplete. A great job. And I believe it was closing in there. Jeremy Stroughter came off the edge, and Dumas had nobody to throw it to. Great job of playing defense by Hightower and their defensive coordinator, Colonius McNeil.
Well, they're bringing blitzes from different locations, and that time from the edge, the cornerback came in, and he was sprinting after him, and there was nowhere to go, and they were trying to set up the screen pass.
The snap bounces back to Fuentes, but he punts it away near the far sideline, and very effective punt. It lands near the 8-yard line, takes a perfect hard right turn, and there is really nothing that Jalen Mendez, who is back there to receive it for Hightower, could have done. He could have fair caught it or tried to return it and been tackled immediately. So the field position game is favoring Paetow because of great punting from their man Anthony Fuentes.
You sure don't see that enough, do you? The guy kicking the ball out of bounds and giving no chance for the guy to return it.
Yeah,
perfect kick.
I don't understand why punters don't go for the sideline more often.
They used to call it the coffin corner.
They sure did. Now only old people like us say that. 1st and 10 from the 8. Penson drops back with his foot on the goal line, fires it down the near sideline, and it's intercepted. It's a jump ball, and Douglas doesn't win that battle, and the ball is down at the 38-yard line. And I believe, Patrick, it was C.J. Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Is that who you saw, or did you see?
I didn't. I was so looking at Douglas there trying to get at that ball, and the ball was just too much underthrown, and Douglas kind of mistimed his jump a little bit, but really wasn't his fault. I like the idea of trying to get it to him, but he just underthrew him.
All right, so the Hightower defense, which has spent a lot of plays out there in that last possession, and now they're being called upon to keep Paetow from moving the ball down the field. Dumas hit as he throws a pick off by Hightower. It's the Canes who have it now at their own 25. Interceptions on consecutive plays, and that one goes to Chisholm Onwuzurigbo.
All right, now I'm trying to see who that guy came in and rushed on the play. I'm looking at it. Is it number 20? Oh, turn around. Yes, number 20.
Jaden Chibuzo.
He came in late on the blitz again. They're blitzing different people. And that time he came right up the middle, and I think he might have got a hand on the arm or something. He definitely caused the pass to be underthrown, and one turnover turns into another. Great job.
So what you're saying is Chibuzo gave Onwuzurigbo a chance to make the play.
Absolutely.
Ball in the middle of the field. Canes going from left to right. And there's a handoff up the middle. Jeremy Payne, just 1 yard. That's all. On the play for those Paetow Panthers, Christian Paz and Alex Kilgore also. Kilgore is a real playmaker for the Panthers.
I'll tell you that this is, Payne. Last week they gave it to him several times, at least 10, 12 times before he was able to finally break one. So they got to keep going to him. He's going to break one yet here. Hopefully it'll be in time before we get behind or anything like that.
That's the way it went with Jacob Brown. He had several short runs before he broke through for the 75-yarder. Now it is a sweep to the right, and Payne just has to do a shoulder shake to try to get out of the backfield, but he is dropped for a loss of 2. So after a gain of 1 on first down, he loses 2 there, and it's 3rd down and 11 on the tackle for Paetow. Stephen Green.
By the time he got the ball on the pitch, there were already 3 guys in position to make the tackle. So it was just no way for Payne to get out of that one, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to go wide on Paetow.
By the way, I don't know how well Payne can throw, but when you get that kind of pursuit and Paetow committed to stop the sweep, he can just step backward and throw a ball down the field. See what happens. Penson to throw on 3rd and 11. There is Douglas, catches a short pass for a gain of 6. Then they push him back, and that's going to be well short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 5, and Hightower trailing 7-0 with 9:42 to go in the half. Will punt it away.
Well, that was a good play. Unfortunately, they needed 11 yards on the play, and it was a little hook pattern, about 6 yards short of the first down. He's able to fight for maybe a yard or 2 to make it 4th and 4, but keep that play in the back pocket. Maybe later on it'll come on and do well for him.
Here's the snap to Caleb Douglas, punts it away. Cole Wilson waiting, and it bounces once, twice, and Wilson won't get a chance to return it. The ball goes to the 27-yard line, and that's all she wrote. "42-yard punt with no return for Caleb Douglas."
Hurricanes will give the ball to the Panthers at the 27-yard line.
Well, obviously the Hurricanes are going to have to get something going on offense at some point. They got the donut up there right now, but hopefully the defense can keep them in the ball game here with another stop here.
Now they go back into running mode. Jacob Brown dotting the I. Dumas hands it to him, and there he goes again. Up the middle, wide open into open territory, a whole lot of glory. All he goes is just 73 yards. Oh my goodness. A 75-yard touchdown run for Jacob Brown and a 73-yarder. And Hightower is really committing to stop the run because it's what Paetow does so well. But sometimes you have to take a few risks, and sometimes once they get past the first wave of tacklers, a guy is into the open field.
That's exactly what happened there. Twice now that's happened.
Fuentes to add the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. Our new score, 14-0. Paetow on top of Hightower. 8:54 to go in the half. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Well, for the second time, Paetow finds the end zone on a long touchdown run, and in a moment, Patrick will give us the information on that Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive. But first, the kickoff from Fuentes. Caleb Johnson, the deepest of the Canes, back there to return it. And he catches the ball at the 2-yard line and comes up the right hash marks, makes a couple of moves, gets across the 20, breaks the tackle, keeps on pushing, and gets it between the 24 and the 25. So how far and how long?
Well, 73 yards, one play, and I got it for 11 seconds. It took him 11 seconds to do the play there. 73 yards.
Okay, Patrick, are you sure that you counted the plays correctly?
I believe I did.
It was just one play.
I believe it was just one play.
Yes, well.
Did I miss one?
No, I'm just kind of, I'm being
you
silly.
Got me doubting myself here.
It was a one-play drive.
And Roger, you said something about the view we have, and I guess I'm looking to the left here. That's downtown, right?
Yes, downtown to the left and the medical center to the right. And up the middle goes Jeremy Payne on the first play of this possession, and it's a 3-yard pickup into the teeth of the Panthers' defense.
Here's what we need. We need a nice sustained drive for 7 points. That would stem the tide, but they got to get something going. They got a 3-yard gain on that play, and that's nothing wrong with that. Keep the clock running, keep possession of the ball. And
yeah, it's fine if you, as long as you score, you can keep the ball for a whole bunch of single-digit gains, as long as you keep moving it. And it's Penson throwing it late, and it's incomplete. He was pressured by Christian Paz, and right at the end of the play, the defender was Jason Blue. No, that can't be Jason Blue. I'm sorry. It is Jacob Johnson.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, whoever it was, he put him on his back after the play, and Penson paid a little price for that one. It was a little rollout pass, and he had 2 receivers over there, one deep and one maybe at 12 yards and one at about 6 yards. Unable to hit the short route there.
3rd down and 7. A lot of guys on the defensive line, and Penson gets the ball out of his hand quickly, looking for Douglas, and it's incomplete. And winning the individual battle again, KJ Truehill. And it's going to be time for Hightower to punt and give credit where it's due to the Paetow defense across the front. Logan Thomas, Sultan Bakari, Jacob Johnson, and Tyler Silvis. Their linebackers are Damian Sanford, Luke Fitch, Alex Kilgore, who had an interception the first time these two teams played. Also go to the secondary, Michael Jordan, KJ Truehill, Christian Hurd, and Kentrell Webb. Hightower trailing 14-0, and Caleb Douglas punts it away. It's kind of a knuckler and not very far, but it's going to get a nice roll to the 35 and dead right there as Jamarian Ferguson picks up the football.
Well, we're at the point of the game here, Roger, where it's, you hate to say it, it's kind of like a breaking point time. If the Hightower cannot stop them here, we might have to start going into some trivia questions here. But on the other hand, if they can stop them, they got to get something going. And I'm sounding like a broken record. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. By the way, no matter what happens in the final 7:42 of this second quarter, people need to hang around for halftime. We have an interesting guest. From the 35-yard line, Dumas play fake, drops back, stands strong, throws it deep down the middle for Cole Wilson, and it's incomplete.
That's interesting. It was he almost caught that thing, but
a little bit of incidental contact there with Jalen Mendez, and Wilson went down as the ball came down.
I noticed he had looked like his tight end at about the 50-yard line. Nobody on him. He was wide open. He had it in his mind. He's going deep. Had he hit the tight end, he would have able to. He for sure had a big play, at least a first down.
Well, throwing deep is exciting, and he threw it a good 50 yards in the air. That was amazing. This young Mr. Dumas has a pretty good arm. Second down and 10 from the 35. He hands it off to Jacob Brown, hit in the backfield and dropped. It was Dalen Ellis who kind of made him change direction, and then quickly coming through to finish it off was Julian Payne. That is Jeremy's brother.
Yeah, Julian has had a couple of good weeks here himself, including a pick six 2 weeks ago and a couple of nice plays last week, and that right there was a great tackle. Now we got to stop him on 3rd and 10.
Now, after going under center the first two plays of this possession, it is Dumas in the spread. Calling for the snap. Here comes a blitz from Hightower. They flush him out of there, and they got him! Sacked back at the 27. Rushing in was Zion Kearney.
That's a big play. Huge play for Hightower to stop him after the long run touchdown they had the prior series. Get the ball back, maybe in their best field position here. If they could get the punt and maybe go a few yards.
Sorry, Hightower fans, I misidentified the sacker. It wasn't Kearney. It was Jaden Chibuzo. And Fuentes has another snap, bounce back to him. And he gets away a punt that is not pretty, but it is effective. And it goes down to the 29-yard line of Hightower.
Well, Roger, they've started from their own 6, 24, their own 8, their own 25, their own 24. So this is their best field position.
Wow.
Starting point. 28-yard line is where they're marking it. And you talked about playing field position. Well, that's part of the game too, and we got to change. We got to flip this field here.
It's a 44-yard punt for Fuentes, and they keep bouncing the snaps to him. If Hightower could get a rush on him, that might produce a big play. There goes Payne. Hit immediately, gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Dropped for no gain.
Now, I want to say again, I'm repeating myself a little bit here, but that's kind of the way it was last week against Manville. Just could not get him going, but they didn't stop trying, and I think they got to keep that in mind here. Payne's going to break one yet here, and hopefully it'll be in the first half.
Logan Thomas made that last tackle, and we are just past the halfway point of the second quarter. And at halftime, we will have Nate Griffin of Fox 26. He does lots of high school sports in their morning program, and he's also the color commentator on Rice radio broadcasts. And now we have a Paetow timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back. VypeFortBend.com, 14-0 Panthers. 5.5 left in the first half.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Second and 10 for the Canes. Penson play fake, throws a down and out, but a short route, and it's about a 4-yard pickup as he delivers the ball to Zion Kearney. There I gave Kearney credit for a sack, and he doesn't play defense, but he does make his first catch, and it's a catch for a gain of 3, 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
And you accounted for that one play drive, so with just under 5 minutes to go in this second quarter, Hightower really needs to convert. You just don't want to give Paetow the ball back at this point. Penson gets the ball out of his hand quickly, and it is Caleb Johnson makes the catch, and what an effort
nice.
with 5 extra yards and a first down. He was hit by the 35. If they had put him down right there, it wouldn't have moved the sticks, but he was not giving up, and that's got to fire up his teammates. It's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. So that's a gain of 10.
Maybe that'll get guys woken up down there and see what we can do from here.
From the 40 for Hightower. Penson drops back. He looks one way, throws the other. Near sideline for Douglas. And it's incomplete. He almost made the catch. True Hill, he kind of had a step on True Hill that time. He got 2 hands on it, but he had the back half of the ball, and I think True Hill might have brought his fist up from below and knocked it out.
Roger, I apologize. I got a little emotional there. I felt like I was in the stands there.
I'm emotional too, Patrick.
Douglas is kind of pulling on his foot there as if he is that like a pulled muscle
hopefully
or
just a
cramp.
cramp.
Hopefully just a cramp, yep.
All right, we'll take a quick break and get that guy back on the field. 14-0 Paetow.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
All right, we're back, and it's 2nd and 10 for Hightower after that incomplete pass, the long attempt to Caleb Douglas. Douglas was acting like he had a cramp in his leg, and True Hill had to walk off the field as well. Maybe he was also cramping up. 2nd and 10 from the 40, and there's a draw play, and Jeremy can only get 2 yards. Jeremy Payne is trying to make Rice Stadium the house of pain, but it hasn't worked out just yet.
He almost wiggled his way through there. I thought he might be able to get through there, but not quite. 3rd and 8, another big 3rd down play for the Hurricanes. I'd say right now you go to Douglas right here.
Well, assuming that he can move like he needs to.
You got a new defender on him.
Well, I'm not sure that's Douglas. I think that might be Caleb Johnson on the near side. Penson drops back, flush to his left, now tripped up and sacked. Yeah. Oh, that's discouraging as Christian Paz does it again. If it wasn't Alex Kilgore, I'm not sure if I know my 46s from my 48s.
Yeah, Penson was a little frustrated with himself. I think he thought he could have eluded, gotten away from that sack, but he got tripped up.
Well, Paetow takes a timeout because they want to give themselves a little bit extra time with 3:15 to go. Hightower is about to punt, and we're about to take a timeout ourselves.
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
We're back 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from Nate Griffin of Fox 26, and the radio team for Rice has Nate as their color analyst on the Owls broadcast of football. High snap to Douglas, gets the punt away, and it's not a very good one at all. Oh my goodness, this is a pitiful punt. It's a punt of less than 10 yards, and it only goes to the Hightower 43, and Paetow, as if they are daunted in any way by a long field, well, you still don't want to give him a short field.
Well, it's exactly what Paetow wanted there. He got great field position with 3 minutes to play here in the half, already up 14-0. And like you said, a short field to go here. Hightower defense has to come up big again.
Canes down 14-0. They got to come through strong right here. Dumas hands it up the middle. Jacob Brown breaking tackles, still going inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Quick 16-yard pickup.
He is tough. Gets through that. Hightower's done a pretty good job, getting him at the line of scrimmage a number of times, but after so many carries, he's bound to break a couple, and he's done that. He's well over 100 yards.
That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. There goes a man in motion. Heavy to the right side of the formation. They give it to El Cid, and he only gains a yard. And I do like to see them occasionally, thou shalt not muzzle the ox who treads out the grain. And actually it wasn't El Cid, it was Gene Kendall. And Kendall scored a late touchdown in the first meeting between the two teams, and he carries for 1 yard right there.
Good defensive play. I couldn't quite get the number. It might be number 8. Would it be number 8, Roger?
For Hightower on defense, DeCamron Verrett, sure.
I believe it was him who made that stop at the line of scrimmage, and they're up to the line quick here.
Jacob Brown dotting the I. And there's movement on the right side of the Paetow line, and that'll back up the Panthers. 2:02 to go. The clock stops. And the guilty party on that particular play was Jeremiah Richard. And they give us the pronunciation roster, and it doesn't say Richard, so I'm just going to assume that it's Richard, as in James Rodney Richard.
I feel like I'm missing the pronunciation thing.
Well, if it's red, it's got. You know what?
Are you? Let's go to the next play here.
Yeah, let's go to the next
We can
play.
Explain that.
Let's just forget about pronunciations. Dumas throws a slant, caught. Cole Wilson at the 25, hit hard from behind, and holds on tight. Mendez made that tackle. So now we have a 3rd and reasonable for Paetow, 3rd and 8. And they'll try to get to the Hightower 17 to move the sticks again.
That was a good hit by Mendez.
It really was.
And, unfortunately for the Hightower Hurricanes, the man hung on to the ball.
High formation. Dumas, toss sweep. There goes Brown. Gets a good block, and he's into the open. And gets right to the stick, and maybe a half yard more. It's going to be a first down for Paetow on the 8 1/2 yard pickup on 3rd down. So Hightower almost does what it needed to do.
They still can. They can still stop them here.
And now with the clock under a minute, Paetow doesn't huddle. Dumas rolls to the near side, looks, throws late, ball tipped, incomplete. And that could have been a pick. It was Jaden Scott who reached up and swatted it down.
He really timed it well, and like you said, if he'd have been a half step quicker, he could have taken that to distance the other way. That was a great play.
The Canes have a lot of Jadens. They have Jaden Scott and Jaden Adams, and they also have Caleb's. Caleb Johnson, Caleb Douglas, and I know there's at least one more. 2nd down and 10 for Paetow. This is a big play for Hightower. They're down 14-0. Ball on the right hash mark. Dumas hands it off to Brown. Gets through the defensive pursuit and up the middle for another touchdown. No flags. Other than pre-snap penalties, by the way, Patrick, we've had a very clean game, but it is the Jacob Brown show at this point with 3 touchdowns. 2 of them came from 70-plus yards.
And that one
comes from 17.
Yeah, after a 16-yard run earlier in the drive. Yeah, it's a one-man show tonight.
So do you have the details on that Archer Volkswagen touchdown drive?
I will have it for you after this break.
All right, we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. It is 21-0 Paetow.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We're back here at Rice Stadium. That last drive, 5 plays, 43 yards, capped off by the 17-yard touchdown run from the man of the hour here tonight, Jacob Brown, who is not being stopped tonight overall.
That is the Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive. They are ready to serve you at Archer Volkswagen. Open since 1956. It is Jacob Brown and his rushes of renown. And 3 touchdowns already. And the kickoff goes out of bounds. Just didn't get to the end zone. It kind of went just to the left of the pylon, and that's a little bit of a break for Hightower as they'll get the ball at the 30. 21-0, and it's quiet on the Hightower side and massive Rice Stadium. By the way, Patrick, the last game that I attended in this stadium was 2003. North Shore defeated the Woodlands in the Class 6A state championship game.
They had a championship game here.
They sure did.
I'll be darned.
And Matt Malatesta of Vype, the managing editor, wrote a book about that 2003 North Shore team. Penson drops back, can't get rid of it, couldn't find anyone open. He is sacked. Christian Paz gets through again. Or, it could be Sultan Bakare. You got Sultan Bakare 49, Christian Paz 48, and Alex Kilgore 46.
Well, I'm disappointed that we don't have any state championship games in Houston anymore. Why did they make that? Why did they change that?
Well, we'll talk about that after we talk to
that.
Nate Griffin, because he's waiting in the wings. That is a valid question. All right, 21-0. Paetow they've dominated on those long runs by Jacob Brown, and they lead at 21-0. This is VypeFortBend.com. We'll step aside and be back with Nate Griffin on VypeFortBend.com.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't miss the UIL Football State Championship starting Wednesday, December 15th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. We'll be right back.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
Welcome back, everybody, to the halftime show here on VypeFortBend.com as we bring you the playoff coverage of the Hightower Hurricanes taking on the Paetow Panthers. And it's great to have as our halftime guest someone that Rice University knows very well and is very proud of. He's Nate Griffin, also with Fox Sports 26, their morning sports analyst and reporter. Welcome in, Nate. Thanks for joining us at halftime.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here and glad I'm here to talk with you.
Well, I know you're always bringing segments to the morning show audience about the different things that happen in Houston, and high school sports have to be part of the coverage on an ongoing basis, maybe not every single day. But how deeply involved are you in high school sports now?
Actually, we try to do something every day, and I know that Mondays is designated for making the grade, and that's when we talk with high school students around the area who are doing extremely well academically and athletically. We get their parents involved, coaches involved, principals involved. We get everybody involved, and it's a really, really great segment. We run it twice in the morning, 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and we actually do what is called a preparatory interview prior to that. It is a load of fun, and we probably go 20 to 30 minutes and just really get to know the family, the student athlete, and the administration. It's so much fun to be able to cover the high school athletes.
I know what you mean, because as I cover the 11 Fort Bend teams, plus we work with Foster and Fulshire, there's so many kids that are just exemplary. I mean, the things they do, not just competing, but also in the classroom, is fantastic. And so many people over the years have been under this mistaken impression that it's the convenient, not true, dumb jock stereotype. And the fact is that kids who are in extracurricular activities, whether it's athletics or something else, generally have better grades than the ones who don't.
Well, they should watch our show if that's the case, because what you're going to find is you're going to find most student athletes who are members of the National Honor Society. They take a lot of pride in participating in their church activities. And there are so many other activities in which they are involved. They have leadership councils at these particular schools. So much fun. We also do High School Player of the Week, and that's during the football season, where you have the athlete that runs for maybe 300 yards a game, scores 5 touchdowns. I'm sure you're very familiar with those kinds of athletes.
Yes.
But those are the ones that we tend to cover and highlight because they had such a great week of football. You cannot go a week and not have a kid who's doing extremely well on the field.
And I'm glad you mentioned the church thing too, because I just noticed I see a lot of letter jackets out there, and it seems like there are more letter jackets that have scriptures on them than don't have scriptures on them.
Well, think about the churches now. They want to have those athletes definitely representing their church, and here's why: because those athletes bring a presence to their community and to their church, and they're also able to spread the word of God around to those athletes and those people. Those people are the ones who stand out. They're the ones who are known, and those are the ones who are exemplary in what they do.
So on Fox 26, I know you're going to recognize the Player of the Year. You do that regular weekly Making the Grade segment. So what can you tell me about when we're going to find out who the Player of the Year is in Greater Houston for football?
You're going to find out who the Player of the Year is next Sunday night. Okay, so your game is today, and next Sunday night is when you're going to find out who the Player of the Year is. I will not tell you who that is right now. No matter how much money you offer me, it's not coming.
Let the record show I have not offered Mr. Griffin any money, and I'm willing to wait, although it will be hard to wait 9 days to find out who that is. Well, speaking of waiting, the people who built Rice Stadium, they're no longer waiting to see the last football game that's played in that stadium, because it is a venerable old venue. We're going to talk about that and several other things when we come back. Nate Griffin is our halftime guest. We've got Hightower and Paetow for you on VypeFortBend.com. Don't go away.
You are the master of the you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Welcome back to halftime as we visit with Nate Griffin, and we've been talking about his work with Fox 26 on the TV all the time. But when he's not doing that, one of the many things he does is he's the color analyst for Rice Owls football on the radio. So let's first of all talk about your play-by-play partners. You had David Saltzman when you first started doing this back in 2013, and now you have J.P. Heath. What's it like in the booth doing college football?
It's a lot of fun. We have created so many memories over the years, and I was with David for 4 years. I've been with JP now for 10 years, 10 seasons, and I love them equally the same. I tell you, David knows how to create the scene. He really knows how to paint the picture. I just watch him work. It's an amazement just watching him work. All I do is talk about what happened on the field. I talk about the Jimmies and the Joes and the X's and the O's, but David did a phenomenal job. JP, the same thing. JP is so smooth. One of the smoothest baseball announcers you're going to find, and he transitioned into a really, really great, in my opinion, football announcer as well. He's as smooth as they come, and he gives me the kind of time I need to operate. So it's really been great working as a color analyst with both those guys. They both do the same thing equally well, and I'm just proud to be associated with both of them.
Did you and JP, I tried to say JP and Heath at the same time. Sorry, it came out the wrong way. Did you and JP, during the time when we were all beset by COVID, did you ever have to call a game where you weren't present, where you were looking at a video feed, or have you been present at every game that you have called?
Well, the games that we weren't able to call, we just didn't play, and that was in 2020, or was it 20? I'm getting my years mixed up, but we only played conference games, and so having only played conference games, obviously we weren't in contact. So I tell you what, we traveled in that bubble, and traveling in the bubble, especially when you're going out of town, is a little different. On the plane, you got to wear the mask, plus you have to wear the protective face cover. When you get to the hotel, you stay at the hotel overnight. You know, you're not in contact with anyone. You have to stay in your room, so you really need to pack everything you need, including your food, to stay in your room. So we really never really had any issues. When we got to the stadium, we couldn't visit with anyone. We had to go straight to the booth. They had done a good job of cleaning up the booths wherever we went during conference season. And of course, JP and I really never had any problems. We both were vaccinated, so that wasn't really a problem, but we did have to wear masks and those kinds of things.
All right, so you've been the announcer for Rice football under 2 head coaches, David Bailiff, who he's no longer there, but I think he really did some great things. It may be an off season here and there, but did a great job overall. And I was fortunate enough to run into him and meet him on the concourse at Minute Maid Park. I just see Coach at an Astros game. That was fun. And now you got Mike Bloomgren. So what are some of the coach adventures that you've had?
Love Mike. Absolutely love Mike. But I will tell you that Coach David Bailiff was great. Took the team, I want to say, to 4 bowl games in addition to a conference championship. And we really had a lot of fun under David Bailiff. Phenomenal individual, and I like his family as well. Mike Bloomgren, the same thing, just kind of watching him work as a head coach and how he also coaches his coaches and coaches his players. It's great to be able to work with him. He's very transparent. All I can do is say good things about both coaches. I can't say anything bad about either one of them. I can't say anything that would be disruptive in nature, because they have been gentlemen. They have been great football coaches, in my opinion.
Well, I also have to say that, generally speaking, I tend to pull for schools that have great academics, who cannot get too many of the 5-star players, if any, and yet they maintain the high academic standards, and yet they compete, and sometimes they come through either Rice or Stanford or someone like that will come through and win a game that you didn't expect them to win. I just think that's very gratifying.
Yeah, a couple of games, if you want to recall those games that Mike Bloomgren has won during his tenure at Rice. We went to Marshall and beat Marshall when Marshall was ranked number 15 in the nation. Beat him 20-0, shut him out. And that was one of his signature wins. And then he turns around in 2021 and beats UAB. Goes to UAB and beats UAB with Wiley Green as the quarterback. And the defense played phenomenally that day. Wiley Green had a pretty good game himself. At one point, he was 17-21 throughout the course of the game. So it's good to see that he's going to have some success here. Got to be honest with you. It's tough to coach at Rice, especially when you talk about the academics, because there are really no exceptions. You can go and get the occasional junior college transfer, but he better have great grades. And so to be able to win at Rice, you not only have to be able to recruit a great athlete, but you have to recruit a great academician as well. They have to be able to do both, and that's how you have to become successful at Rice. Stanford has the same sort of program, but you know, when you look at how they recruit nationally. Rice is doing the same thing, and of course, I think that Rice is on the way up.
Now, I've got an idea in my head where I can transition from what you just described to talking about Rice Stadium. I'm fascinated with stadiums that have been around a long, long time. So Rice still has a huge capacity of 70,000 plus, but they haven't really totally altered it like there are circle suites going all around. It's nothing like that. So, by the way, there are some people drag racing in the Rice Stadium parking lot right now. I can't believe they would do that. Anyway, so it's that stadium where back in 1960, the presidential candidate John F. Kennedy said, "Why does Rice play Texas? We do things not because they are easy, but because they are hard." And so that is one of the most famous things that's ever happened in Rice Stadium. Super Bowl VIII was played in Rice Stadium. In 1974, the Dolphins defeating the Vikings 24-7. Do people that you encounter realize that Rice Stadium has hosted a Super Bowl?
I think they know, but we have to re-educate them to let them know. Rice Stadium, while you say it's old, the one thing I like about it, it has a great view. It has a great view of the city.
No doubt.
Yeah, it has a great view of the city. And I love sitting up there, especially during halftime when I can kind of just sit there and just watch and look. You really never appreciate the value of a venue like that until you go other places and you see that they don't have the view that we have from the press box. But what I will tell you is that you can take a look at the bubble that's there. You can look at the Brian Patterson Center. You can look at a lot of things and see, I think they got some ideas circling around in their heads over there at Rice University. And I know that Joe Carlgard, the athletic director, is doing everything he can to make improvements at the university and at the stadium. So I think we may be seeing something. Not quite sure when, but I just feel that when you invest that kind of money in a bubble, when you invest that kind of money in the Brian Patterson Center and it's overlooking the stadium, and you put down new turf, there's an indication that something is coming. You just have to be a little patient and wait.
All right. Well, I look forward to, I'll keep my ear trained toward the Rice University Athletic Administration, because that could be interesting. It's always been interesting to me that they have the huge capacity, but I don't think the enrollment of Rice has ever been over 5,000. Am I correct on that?
That is correct, about 5,000. And, you know, look, it's a private institution, so it's going to be a little different. But I think, remember, during Southwest Conference days, you had 25 to 50,000 people attending football games. After the Southwest Conference broke up, you can say devoured itself.
Yeah.
Then you saw a little bit of a change. But I think, you know, one of the things that'll help it, obviously, will be winning. And I think that what Mike Bloomgren is trying to do is turn it around right now. You think of the strategies that he's implemented, and I love what he's doing. The athletes he's bringing in, again, I love what he's doing. I think it's just a matter of time before you'll see some changes.
All right. Well, I'm afraid we've kind of run out of time here. There are some things I wanted to ask you about. Athletes like O.J. Brigance and Jared Dillard and James Casey, Chase Clement, singular. That'll have to wait for another visit. But I do want to go on record saying that in 2003 when the Rice baseball team won the national championship. That has been one of the most proud moments of my life. My mom was one of the first female students at Rice University way back in the 40s. So I'm very proud of that. And I was also proud of a prediction I made. They had lost Game 2 against Stanford in the College World Series in '03. And I talked to my friend out in El Paso, and I said, there is no way in the world the Rice Owls are losing Game 3. They still have a stable full of live arms. Stanford has thrown everybody that they can at Rice just to get to Game 3, and the Owls
is a masterful coach.
Oh yeah, I love Coach Graham. You got to respect someone who gets to that point in life and you go, is that his daughter? No, that's his wife.
Yeah, that's right. Phenomenal man, phenomenal individual, and just glad that I had an opportunity to get to know him a little bit.
All right, Nate Griffin, anything else that you want to say before we let you go and get the third quarter underway?
No, other than the fact that I appreciate what Rice has allowed me to do, other than the fact that I appreciate you spending time with me, giving me the opportunity to tell a few stories. I certainly appreciate your time.
Well, I'm sorry I had to wait so long to broadcast a game in Rice Stadium, but tonight's the night. All right, Patrick Kinnick and I will be back with the third quarter when we continue on VypeFortBend.com.
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Plus, you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with 1 unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes
Our
of mobile
highlights
usage.
are under the direction of Head Director Brittany Lane and Assistant Director Vanessa Canales. The Hightower High School Band is under the direction of Head Director Ryan Cliff, Assistant Directors Jordan Stevens, Agathia Raleigh, Justin McLean, and Color Guard Director Adriana Haffer. Hightower High School is under the leadership of Andre Robertson. Thank you for your attention this evening, and go Canes!
All right, we are back inside Rice Stadium. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick, and if we're going to give a scoring summary, it's pretty easy. A first quarter touchdown run by Jacob Brown from 75 yards, and then touchdown runs of 73 yards and 17 yards in the second quarter. Each time Anthony Fuentes added the extra point, and there you have it. 21-0 lead, right?
You got it.
There's not much more that you can say.
I could give you the total yards.
Sure. What do you got
I got 237 for the Panthers and a 41 yards only for the Hurricanes. That pretty much tells the story, doesn't it? It's 21-0 on the scoreboard, and then the yardage kind of mirrors that score.
Yeah, well, Paetow is definitely dominating, but Hightower has come within an eyelash of making 3 really big plays as Caleb Douglas has almost come up with catches on deep passes. I mean, you only have to be off by a little bit, and True Hill has been defending him and being just disruptive enough to keep Caleb Douglas from making the big play. But let's look at some scores, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
A lot of action is going to be taking place tomorrow, but there are some games tonight. And in Class 6A Division I, the Region 3 Championship, North Shore is leading Atascocita. At halftime, it is 21-7. The 7th-ranked Mustangs on top of the 10th-ranked Eagles. The Eagles were the villains who knocked Ridgepoint out last week. Way out in West Texas, the number 4 Albany Lions are leading Windthorst 21-6, and they are starting the third quarter. Windthorst is ranked 3rd in their classification and was a state champion last year, but there was a girl named Bonnie Campbell when I lived in San Angelo. She was from Albany, and she moved to San Angelo, and she was a great track and field athlete. So when I think of Albany, not New York, I think of someone else when I think of Albany, New York, and it's disgusting. But I think of Bonnie Campbell when I think of Albany, Texas. All right, so let's move on down. I'm going to give you scores of any game that's anywhere close to us or does not involve Bonnie Campbell's alma mater, or almost alma mater. Wow, it seems like nearly everybody who's playing tonight is far away from Houston other than what we got going tonight. There is West Orange Stark. I'm sure you've heard of them in the Beaumont, Port Arthur, Golden Triangle area. They have a great football history, and they're trailing 10-7 at half to number 5 China Spring. And China Spring did something unthinkable last week, Patrick.
What was it?
They beat Carthage. Carthage never loses, but China Spring did manage to pull off the victory, and they lead West Orange Stark 10-7 at the half. All right, here's a great game. I almost wish I was watching it. The number 2 ranked College Station Cougars against the Denton Ryan Raiders. It is 13-7 at the half. College Station on top, and that is Class 5A, Division 1. Let's see, down in the Corpus Christi area, the Veterans Memorial High School Eagles leading 7-6 over the Flower Bluff High School Hornets. And that's the Region 4 championship, so whoever wins that is probably going to play someone from Houston next week. All right, what else we got? Crosby leading the Texarkana, Texas High. Have you ever heard of Texarkana, Texas High?
No.
The city of Texarkana is half Arkansas, half Texas.
Right.
And you have a high school that they call Texas High that's on the Texas side. And then over in Arkansas, you got the Arkansas High. And they play each other in a great rivalry game before district games begin every year.
That's amazing. Wow.
But Texas High, they started the playoffs by knocking out Fulshear. With 5:10 to go in the second quarter, Crosby is on top of Texas High 3-0. Crosby made it all the way to the state championship game last year in Class 5A Division 2 and lost to Aledo. But Aledo lost last week. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, it made me very happy. But it's so disappointing that Aledo finally lost before getting to the state championship game. And the Marshall Buffs didn't make it there to meet them.
Right.
They lost to Barbers Hill in the first round.
First round game, yeah.
All right, so we got a couple of final scores, only 2, and one of them involves the Shiner Comanches. They're ranked number 2. They have a particular export. I can't remember what it is down there in Shiner, but Shiner wins 55-14 over Refugio, and Refugio has great football teams every year. But sometimes when they move up out of the Corpus Christi area and play somebody else in the championship of Region 3, it's difficult for Refugio. 55-14, final score. Brock beat Whitesboro 49-14 last night. How about that? Were you expecting that? And you're going to say no because you didn't know they were playing.
That's right.
That's okay. All right, so tomorrow at 1 p.m. in this very stadium, it is Summer Creek against Katy. Katy ranked number 2, and they're in Class 6A Division 2 this year. You've got Prosper against Denton Geyer. That's a big Metroplex game. You got the Vandegrift Vipers against the number 1 ranked Westlake Chaparrals in Region 4. That's being played on the Longhorns home field. And Patrick, do you ever take the Grand Parkway going north and past that new stadium that's the Tomball ISD Stadium?
I don't know if I've seen the Tomball ISD Stadium.
Well, it's brand new, and it's awesome. And Tomball is, very surprisingly, they're in the regional final, and they're taking on Bridgeland. And as you ride on the Grand Parkway on the way toward that Tomball Stadium, you pass Bridgeland.
Yes.
You know, it's in the Cy-Fair ISD.
Right,
so
right.
What a matchup. Neither of these two teams are ranked. Tomball went to its final game of the regular season, and they had to win to get into the playoffs, and they did. And now, here we begin the third quarter. It is Fuentes kicking to Hightower, and Hightower up the middle. A pretty good kickoff return to the 26-yard line. And that was Donovan Miller. And so Hightower is just, they can't panic, but they got to do something here pretty quickly. 21-0, they trail the Paetow Panthers.
Yeah,
and by the way, the Lake Travis Cavaliers will play Brennan in the Region 4 Championship of Class 6A Division 2. You got South Lake Carroll against Allen at 2 o'clock tomorrow. They're playing for the championship of Class 6A Division 1 Region 2? No, 1. I don't remember. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the teams that we know about and care about. Hightower Hurricanes, we care about them. They got to come back from a 21-0 deficit, and they're going to throw a double pass on the first play. They throw deep, and that is going to be incomplete. It looked like it should have been interference.
He caught it.
He did catch it?
He did catch it.
Wow. It looked like it was going to be interference, and I didn't think there was any way that Jeremy Payne could catch that football, but he did.
That's good enough for a Hurricane.
And who threw it there, Patrick? It wasn't Penson. He threw it backward. I think it might have been number 15, Jaden Adams, who threw the football.
He was 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he caught that initial pass, and he threw it down to Payne for a big pickup to the 45.
Yeah, there was no question that the first pass was backward. Penson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind Caleb Johnson. It bounced off his shoulder pad and fell incomplete. Second down and 10, but Hightower is coming out with a little bit more tempo here, and I think they realize that this first possession of the third quarter is huge.
It most definitely is. If you can put points on the board, you put a little bit of pressure on Paetow, and you never know. But so the first two plays have been pass plays. That one looked like it could have been a big play again, but just off the hands of Johnson.
Two receivers to the right side of the formation for Hightower. 2nd and 10 from their 45. And Penson hit as he throws. It's incomplete. And the guy coming in and bringing the heat was Damian Sanford.
He sure did bring the heat. Just as Penson was getting the arm in motion to pass, he was hit in the rib section. And then the pass kind of fluttered off to the right. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Now here's the risk you take when you come out throwing. If you have a couple of incompletions, then you're in a tough situation. 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10, Patrick. They really got to convert here. Penson steps up. They protect him well. Jeremy Payne in space. Across the 40, still going. 35 now, cuts wide. He's inside the 20. He's going to go all the way. Jeremy Payne with a touchdown reception. And it comes from 55 yards away. And Hightower does make good on its first possession of the third quarter. We may have us a ball game after all here.
Well, that's exactly what they had to do. They got a big play, and they got Payne out in space. And like I said earlier, he's tough to stop when he gets the Jets going. Took it all the way into the end zone. What a way to start the second half.
Armando Ventura on to add the extra point out of the hold of Caleb Douglas. Very narrow goalpost, and the snap gets away from Douglas. He's going to run to his right. He's trying to throw the football, and he can't. He is snowed under. Paetow was all over that like ugly on an ape, and they managed to prevent any kind of trickeration. Michael Jordan came up and made the tackle on that one, and it's 21-6. Puts a little bit of a damper onto the Hightower scoring drive, but they get within 21-6. And it only took them 1 minute and 5 seconds. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Plus, you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with one unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
Okay, so Hightower missed the extra point, and then on the ensuing kickoff, it's a big return for Paetow. They get it all the way to Hightower's 38-yard line, where Armando Ventura makes the perhaps touchdown-saving tackle. And Patrick, how about that Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive?
4 plays, 74 yards, a 55-yard touchdown pass from Penson to Payne. It only took 1 minute.
And 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, that 1 minute exactly, because 5 seconds on the kickoff return.
Yep.
Right. Okay, from the 40-yard line, that's where they spot it. Dumas hands it off to Brown, looking for daylight, but can't. Hightower is there to plug every hole. Skylar Robinson coming up on run support. Brings him down along with a couple of teammates. They did give Jacob Brown a gain of a scant yard, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a blessing there for him. It didn't look like he got 1 yard, but they gave it to him.
And speaking of blessings, there are a couple of things I need to talk about. But not until at least after this play. 2nd down, Dumas drops back, quick release throw into the flat on the near side. It's a 1st down catch as he delivered a pass on the out route to Jason Blue, and he drags tacklers inside the 30, and they're going to mark him way inside the 30, as a matter of fact, to the 23. That's a 1st down.
First down.
Well, Patrick, I went to a funeral today, and it was Israel De Los Santos, known to those who love him as Easy, the longtime Clements baseball coach. Passed away and went to River Point Church, and it was a wonderful service celebrating the life of Easy De Los Santos. Here goes Jacob Brown up the middle. That's a 1st down carry to the 12. 11 quick yards straight up the middle. And Hightower's offense came out playing much better than in the first half. But Hightower's defense looking a little bit tired, and maybe they're just no match to Paetow, because when I saw Paetow beat Hightower 55-7, I was thinking this is a state championship quality team. They may be. I'm sorry.
To Hightower's defense on defense, this drive started on the 40 after that long kickoff return, but they're taking it to him for sure.
Indeed they are. And Hightower's filling the box, so they got to stop the run quickly on the play, because if they get through, they keep going. Well, they were lucky there. That's a short gain by Jacob Brown, but he was tripped up, and the hand of Cameron Bradford managed to strike the instep of Jacob Brown.
It looked like he tripped over the line almost. Could hardly see the hand in there, but so they're able to keep him out of the end zone on that play, and let's see if they can make a stand here.
Just 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 from the 9. They can make a 1st down without scoring. Paetow leading 21-6 and threatening to add to their lead. Dumas, toss sweep, going left. There goes Brown, and into the end zone he goes untouched. And Hightower had the edge, but there was plenty of daylight between tacklers if you cut it up inside, which Jacob Brown did. It's a 9-yard touchdown run, and the ante has been upped to 27-6. 8:03 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, Brown's been obviously hard to stop tonight, and that's his 4th touchdown.
And Fuentes adds the extra point. It is 28-6. We'll take a break. This is VypeFortBend.com. Hightower still with a long mountain to climb.
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hightower returned the kickoff to the 15-yard line. And I think, Patrick, that was just an example of someone trying to make something happen because they really do need to. That was Caleb Johnson. He was right on the goal line when he caught the ball. If he had let it go, it probably would have gone into the end zone for a touchback.
Most definitely they would have gotten 10 extra yards on that, but he also fielded it and slipped upon fielding it, and that cost him a chance to get the momentum going. Let's see if they can go get back-to-back scores here.
You got to go 85 yards if they're going to score here. Payne gets it in space, breaks through for a run of 18 yards. Blasting straight up the middle, and he's never been able to run that free all night until now. Dejan Paetow, a freshman, makes the tackle, or was it Christian Hurd? Actually, it was Christian Hurd. Dejan Paetow is a freshman, but Christian Hurd is a starter. Penson fakes the handoff, gets the ball to Douglas, and almost broke away, but he went down out there. Michael Jordan made the tackle after a gain of 2. If he had been able to wriggle free of that ankle tackle, he could have sprinted down the sideline.
We would have been talking about a two-play drive for 85 yards because he was nothing up their sideline if he would have broke that tackle.
2nd down and 8. Maybe they can go back to that play at some point. Penson is protected. He steps up. He's flushed to the right now. Throws late. And he's got a completion. Caleb Johnson breaks away. 40-yard line near sideline. 30, 25. And he's going to go all the way. Caleb Johnson, the Hightower offense, has heated up. In fact, they're boiling right now. That makes it 28-12. Wow, Patrick, that was lightning striking again.
68-yard touchdown pass. Johnson was able to, it was the same play almost on the opposite side. Well, not quite the same play, but it was the same type of situation. If he breaks the tackle, he's going to go, and he broke the tackle that time and scrambled all the way into the end zone, and the Hurricanes aren't quitting here, Roger, which is a great sign to see.
And they're going for 2 because they had the, I don't know if it was a bad snap or if Caleb Douglas simply didn't handle it. But Penson is in there at quarterback, and he fakes a handoff, and he throws a fade route for Douglas, and the ball falls incomplete, and Patrick and I cannot believe that there wasn't pass interference called. True Hill was just running through Douglas. He didn't look back for the ball. He basically pushed him out of bounds, but no call. 28-12. Yeah, that's our score. All right, let's take a break and be back. VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Patrick, how about that Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive?
3 plays, 85 yards. And here's the kick, Roger.
All right, so it comes down to the 13-yard line and a diagonal return to the far side near the numbers across the 35 and near the 40. Good return, Colby Truehill. And it's Colby wears 19 and KJ Truehill wears number 4. And what were the details on the Archer Volkswagen scoring drive again?
And the last, the touchdown play was the 68-yard touchdown pass from Penson to Johnson, who was able to squirt away from the defender and run down the right sideline for the long run.
Well, still leading by 16. I don't think Paetow is inclined to throw the football much. They feed Brown. He's hit near the backfield, but dances away from that tackle attempt and ends up gaining 9 yards. Hightower just could not wrap him up, and he's not one of those cat quick kind of players, but he is kind of deceivingly elusive as Chisholm Onwurazigbo made the tackle for the Canes.
I like that he is deceptive, and he just makes the move at the right time. Good timing.
2nd and 1 for Paetow. Backs in an eye. Jacob Brown is the man, but Dumas looks like he's going to throw. Far sideline, and it's intercepted by Hightower. I can't believe they threw the football.
I can't either. And what a play! What a play! Is that Julian Payne?
It is Julian Payne. So Jeremy's been playing great ball on the offensive side, and Julian makes correction. It is DeCamron Verrett.
All right.
We know that
Number
because
8.
they went past Payne and tackled Verrett.
Yeah. Well, it was
like celebratory tackle.
Yes.
They meaning the players on the Hightower bench.
It was a great play, and they got good field position. Their own 43 here. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, the offense, clearly they are full of confidence at this point. Trailing 28-12. Penson hands it off to Payne. Up the middle, almost broke it, but fell forward for a gain of 3 yards.
Tell you what, he's going to break one. He's going to break one yet from the halfback spot. That was close that time.
Logan Thomas tripped him up, and Hightower wanting to play fast now. 2nd down and 10. Penson throws, and the pass was tipped at the line, I believe. Might have fallen out of his hand. And based on his body language, I think he just lost his grip on it and tried to throw it before he really had a grip.
He had 2 receivers over there that were open, and had he hit one of them, it probably would have been a first down play. And now it's a big 3rd down and 7. Trying to take advantage of that turnover.
Yeah, you don't want to, leave points out there. You can't afford to, trailing by 16 with 5:41 to go in the 3rd. And a give to Payne, breaks one tackle, but he was falling forward right after he did, so only picks up 2, and the guy who finished it off, that was Ivan Aga. No, Tyler Silvis. There are 2 34s. That's what the red and black thing is on the roster.
There we go.
The red ones are the ones who are also wearing a number of a player you see playing prominently. All right, it's 4th and 6. Hightower from their own 48-yard line. Dropping back as Penson throws late, hit as he throws, it's incomplete, and Paetow's defense has stood up strong and negated that turnover, the pickoff by DeCamron Verrett.
Yeah, that was you don't want to say a wasted opportunity, but boy, that was all the momentum on your side here. You just scored, pick one off. If you could have gone down there and scored, man, anything can happen, And still 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter.
We don't disagree that often, but I am going to disagree and say that was a wasted opportunity. I mean, Paetow, the way they run their offense, they don't turn it over very often. Although they have twice tonight, haven't they? And there is the give to Brown on the draw play, and he picks up a quick 8. They made it look like a pass play and handed it off, and I think Hightower was bringing its pass rush around the edges, and the middle was open a little bit, make it a 7-yard carry, 2nd down and 3.
It was a very unique handoff. It was, like you said, a draw type play, but it was the way he handed it off was very deceptive.
We need Traylon Bellany to get another scoop and score like he did against Georgetown.
Love to see that.
There goes Brown off the left edge. Big gain, didn't get touched until he was a good 7, 8, 9 yards downfield, and Hightower does bring him down at the 27, but that moves the sticks. It's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
It's really interesting to watch all these offenses we've watched all year, and then this offense for Paetow is just basically your basic I formation, lead blocker, hand it off to the I back, and run. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
Yeah, scheme-wise, it's not hard to prepare for. Physically, it's hard to prepare for, but not scheme-wise. They kind of say, we're going to do this, see if you can stop it.
That's exactly right.
There goes Jacob Brown, and that's going to be a touchdown. A little toss sweep, and Paetow had it blocked perfectly, and in he goes from 27 yards out, but there is one complaint by Hightower. Cameron Bradford is claiming he was victim of a chop block, but no flag on the play, and there you go.
Yeah, well, there's that wasted opportunity that you talked about. It just turned right around. Your opportunity, not taking advantage of, and then they come back and pound it in pretty quick.
Fuentes on, adds the extra point. It is up and good through the narrow uprights here at Rice Stadium. He is 5 for 5 on the evening. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Well, they say hope springs eternal in the human breast, right? But sometimes hope can wane when you just don't get the results you're looking for. And Hightower's played much better in this 3rd quarter, but they still trail by actually more than they trailed by when the 3rd quarter started. And it is Caleb Johnson trying to return the kickoff, but magnificent coverage on special teams. Paetow, with Matthew Phillips leading the way, comes down and bottles up the return at the 17-yard line.
Here they are again, deep in their own territory, starting to drive. They've been pinned back most of the night. They did get one for an 85-yard drive the last time they were down deep.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to take some more big plays to do that again.
Penson takes the snap, fakes a handoff, lets go of it. There's Douglas in the open field, got the catch, got to the 40-yard line, still going, and keeps on going, but the ball comes out at the end. And did Paetow get it? Yes, they did. Oh, my goodness. Caleb had carried the ball. He was making a supreme effort, but in making that extra effort to gain more yards and got to the 48, and the ball was ripped out. And Paetow makes the recovery right there. And with 3:15 to go in the 3rd, this is a very discouraging turn of events. Lemony Snickets, this is a series of unfortunate events for the Hightower Hurricanes.
Well, here they are again at the 47-yard line, starting to drive.
And Paetow, they look like they want to run, but they might throw deep. Dumas throws, and that is picked up by Hightower. What is going on?
That's a good question.
Chisholm Onwurizigbo. Is that his 2nd of the night?
Well,
didn't he have
by golly, I
think he had an interception earlier on Onwurizigbo.
Is that the third interception
As I go
tonight?
through the evening, I do a poorer and poorer job of pronouncing his 5-syllable last name, Chisholm Onwuzurigbo. There we go. Chisholm Onwuzurigbo makes the catch, gets the turnover for Hightower. They have it at their 44. It's 35-12. They go to the running game. There is Payne, but he's hit 2 yards deep in the backfield, fights forward and gets a yard or two. Alex Kilgore on that tackle.
You know, when you at the start of the game, if you would have said you were going to get 3 turnovers from Paetow tonight, you'd think he'd be kind of in the ball game, but we're still trailing by 22.
Yeah, I agree, because somehow Manville got 5 interceptions when they played them in district play. Penson fakes a toss, runs up the middle, gets 2 yards, and that's all. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6 at the Hightower 48.
Quarterback key by number 10, Penson. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, if you're Paetow, if you are going to throw the football when you're really in command, maybe throw it deep so that if it's picked off, Hightower might have to start from way down there. I think this is 4-down territory. Penson drops back, throws it to Caleb Johnson in the flat, makes a move up the sideline, and I think he got the 1st down. Yes, he did. Took it to the 45-yard line of Paetow. That's a 1st down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. In fact, they mark him at the 44, so that's an 8-yard catch by Caleb Johnson. 2:01 to play in the 3rd, and Hightower down by 22. Up the middle, Jeremy Payne, no daylight there, just bangs out a yard, and that's it. Did I say they were down by 22? I was wrong. It's 23, 35-12.
No gain on that play, and they just have not been able to spring Payne yet tonight. I keep saying he's going to get one, but Paetow has really done a great job stymieing him at the line of scrimmage on many of the runs tonight.
He did have one long run, right? And he also had a pretty long passing play.
Well, the touchdown, the long passing play was to him. And
okay.
But I'm trying to think of the long run he might have had.
I may be recalling incorrectly. It may be wishful thinking. On 2nd down and 10, there's a slant pass. Good for a 1st down, as it is Penson delivering to Zion Kearney. It moves the sticks to the 28-yard line. That's a 1st down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. 1 minute to go in the 3rd, and the clock has resumed ticking again now that they've set the 1st down chains, and now Hightower has to burn a timeout. Don't want to have to do that.
I think there's a player down for Paetow there.
Okay. I guess it is. Okay, we'll be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Okay, the injured player for Paetow was Christian Hurd, and he didn't look like he was hurt too seriously. He made it off the field on his own. Hopefully he'll be back. Meanwhile, at the 28-yard line of Paetow, Hightower has a drive going. 32 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Penson drops back. Here comes the rush, and he's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And he was just plain bullied by Alex Kilgore.
If he had had any time at all, he had a receiver in the end zone wide open. Nobody was on him.
Yeah, there was just no time for him to throw, though. 2 guys came through free, completely free.
Yeah, nothing you can do. It's good that he got the pass off at least, just to avoid the big loss of yardage.
If we're looking for a silver lining, at least it was an incomplete pass to stop the clock with 26 seconds to go in the 3rd. Penson takes the snap, and he's flushed again, throws late, and he's got the completion to Caleb Johnson, who hangs on And you know what, Patrick? I think they were trying to work a little hook and ladder play. Jeremy Payne was swinging outside the numbers. And if Caleb Johnson had had enough time, as soon as the ball hit his hands, the tackler was all over him.
I think we're at the end of the quarter, Roger.
We sure are. All right, 12 minutes left in the season perhaps for Hightower, but they ain't quitting. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And ask how to score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. Or learn how to get a $200 prepaid card when you get gig speed internet during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. That means powering a house full of devices when everyone's home this holiday season. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 12/6/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
And here we are to start the fourth quarter. Hightower hanging in there, but down by 23. It is 35-12. They have a 3rd and 4 at the Paetow 22. Kendron Penson's been facing a furious pass rush. He drops back, and he looks right, now looks left, throws late off his back foot, and it's incomplete. He had to throw it late looking for Caleb Johnson, and he had a couple of defenders right there on him. And with Penson having to back up as he throws, it takes a lot of the zip off of his delivery. And this is a must-make here on 4th and 4.
There's nothing he can do. He had time originally on the outset of that play, and then he ran out of time. And by the time he was able to spot somebody open, he had to throw it off the back foot. Almost completed it, but 4th and 4. Got to have this one.
And it is Penson dropping back, throwing over the middle, incomplete, intended for Douglas. He got his feet knocked out from under him, and it's kind of adding injury to insult. Kobe Truehill delivered the blow, and there you go. Ball goes over on downs.
Yeah, tough play for Douglas. He got a hand on it, but the defender was right there to knock him down, and it's turnover on downs, and Paetow now with the big lead and the ball at the 22, their own 22.
I don't think Paetow's going to throw it on this possession. What do you think? I really don't think they will, but I said that last time.
Right.
They give it to Jacob Brown. He's hit near the line of scrimmage, but good momentum. Gives him a 4-yard pickup. Cameron Bradford on the stop for your Hurricanes.
When I was just from the coaching standpoint, I wouldn't have thrown a couple of times in this game, but that's just my different philosophy, I guess.
Well, they do have a devastating running game.
Yeah, it just you just pound it up there and make them stop you. Now they're just going to run the clock too, I suppose, huh?
Probably so. Leading 35-12. We're at the 11-minute mark. Another give to Brown. Hit near the line of scrimmage. Gets only about 2 on that one. Braylon Kazee, the 5'7", 100-tiny, 95-pound fire plug of a linebacker, makes the tackle.
Brings up 3rd down.
So the Hurricane defense doing what they can. They've got to get a 3rd down stop here. 3rd down and 4 to go. In this 4th quarter, Paetow is advancing the ball from left to right on offense. Dumas is going to throw, or will he keep it? He's just going to keep it. He can make the 1st down, and he does. He gets to the 35-yard line, bumped out by Chisholm Onwuzurigbo. See, when he makes an ordinary play, I can say his name.
Right.
But when he picks off a pass, I lose my mind.
You
on Wazurigbo.
It's tough because you got to be quick on it, and when you got time, you can sound it out.
By the way, there's a player for the Alabama Crimson Tide on defense whose name is Tu'outo Tutu'utu or something like that. It's just T's and O's. I don't know how to say it.
Whatever you just said sounds pretty good.
There goes Brown. Stretch play to the left, gets 7 more yards. You know, he's just kind of running downhill, as coaches like to say. And
it didn't look like he was going to get much there. And on the next thing you know, he's got 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 3. And as I was saying earlier, just if I'm Paetow here, just let the clock run.
Well, assuming that, well, I'm not going to assume anything, but let me phrase it differently. If Hightower doesn't come back, before we go off of the air on this broadcast, we're going to name all the seniors. Like to honor them that way. On 2nd down and 3, there goes Brown. Good defense by the Canes, but good leg drive, and the scrum is still moving.
That was the fullback that time, Roger.
Oh, it wasn't.
They had the up back.
Was it El Cid?
I believe so.
Or Del Cid?
He got some. They
got Kellogg and they got Del Cid. So which fullback got to carry it, or did they give it to the tight end Paetow?
Well, I think it was. Well, it was the up back, whoever it was on that particular play, and he was able to.
Okay, that's Del Cid.
Yeah.
Now the PA guy called him Del Side, but it looks like Del Cid to me. So that's what I'm going with.
It's a 1st down. We know that for sure.
We do.
Good
You know
run.
what? First Tire and Automotive. You know, think of them for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Ball at midfield. 8:45 to go. Paetow leading by 23. And there's a stretch play to the right. Stiff arm by Brown. Gets a big gain. Double-figure yards again. Carries it to the 34. It's a pickup of 16. He's shoved out by Jaden Scott, but it's yet another 1st down.
Yeah, it's you can really see the on this particular drive, especially. You're seeing they're just wearing them out, just wearing them down. And Hightower's doing the best they can all night. Now they're just strapping it up and coming right at them.
34-yard line. Paetow now on the right hash as they continue advancing left to right, and they give it to the up back, and it's a loss of 1. And this time I'm going to identify him. It is Del Cid, Brian Del Cid. And one of the linemen is down for Paetow. Let's take a quick break. 8:21 to go. 35-12. Panthers on top of the Hurricanes.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
James Bailey was the injured player for Paetow. He's walking off. And you know, in today's world, you hear this all the time. If you see something, say something. Patrick saw something and he's going to say something.
Well, it was just so interesting. He was kind of writhing in pain. It looked like he was, shaken up pretty substantially there. And they walked out there. The trainer just put his hand out and got him up. He just said, "Come on, get to the sideline." And he limped to the sideline, but they didn't even look at him. They just get up off the field and get out of the sidelines.
I would love to know what they said to him, if anything.
Well, that wasn't all I wanted to say. Let me finish it up.
2nd down and 10. Jacob Brown up the middle, 4 yards, maybe 5. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is, if that's your star receiver, they're not doing that. They're checking everything. They got them down. They got them. You know what I mean? It's like a 10-minute ordeal. But it's the linemen. Get up, linemen, and get to the sideline.
That's discrimination against non-ball handling personnel.
That's the way they get treated, though. You can't tell me that's true. Keith Jackson used to call them. You know what he used to call them,
The
right?
big mean uglies.
The big uglies. Here come the big uglies. And he said that with love.
Sure he did. I got something else to say. It's very short, but it'll be after this play. 3rd down and 6.
Oh!
Brown dropped in the backfield. Knifing through to get him was Julian Payne. Julian Payne might be playing his last game. By the way, Patrick, it just kind of bothers me, even though I was not an offensive or defensive lineman when I played in high school, but they call positions like quarterback, running back, defensive back, and receiver, they call you these skill positions. It's an insult to the lineman.
It is.
It takes a great deal of skill to do what they do. You have to have the footwork. You have to maintain your proper body position. If you stand up too tall, the guy that you're blocking against or trying to whip will take advantage of you.
That is very true, and there's a lot of, like you said, the footwork is very essential in the interior line.
By the way,
timeout on the play here.
Fort Bend ISD folks, it's been a real pleasure to broadcast a record number of football games this year, and we brought you a lot of volleyball too, but we're just into the first week of December, so we're only just getting started. We will bring you girls and boys basketball, baseball, softball, and perhaps some soccer in special event broadcasts. So we're just going to take a very mild break.
How many soccer games have you broadcast, Roger?
Over the years, I would say about a half dozen.
I'm trying to figure out how I would go about that. Kicks it over to so-and-so.
Well, see, that's the thing.
He kicks it over there.
It's interesting you mentioned that because soccer just does not lend itself to radio.
That's a little different, yeah.
So if it's a high-stakes game, we'll do it. 4th down and 11, and Paetow leaving the offense out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and 11. Toss to Brown. Now it's a reverse to Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson trying to get to the edge, near side, and Hightower defends it well. Well short of the first down. Cole Wilson can't get the job done because he was being spied on by Jalen Mendez.
Great job by Hightower on that reverse because the big guy got the ball. Looked like he was going to run the ball, and he reversed it off to the right. And a couple of fellas stayed home, as they say. Roger,
by the way, hold on. You say Cole Wilson is the big guy, but he's 5'8", 160. Well, he just plays big.
I was talking about...
oh, you mean the defender?
Brown. No, Brown.
Oh.
Brown handed the ball off to Wilson, didn't he?
Oh, okay. I didn't listen well enough. See,
yeah.
I didn't listen well. I'm sorry.
That's all right. 70 yards away.
Hightower ball at the 30, and they give to Payne. It's another frustrating carry of the football. He gets to know 3 Paetow linemen that he really didn't care to. And one of them is Alex Kilgore, who's just playing one heck of a football game. Sometimes I think I might have said Alex Kilgore when it was Sultan Bakare. One wears 46, one wears 49. And I don't think Christian Paz has played tonight. He's number 46, but his name is in red. So I probably should not have called his name. Penson steps up in the pocket, and he'll be able to run and get some yardage. Gets across the 40, stumbles across the 40 to the 42, and Alex Kilgore made the tackle. And I don't know what Penson is saying to him.
Wow.
He's saying something to Kilgore, and it ought to be good tackle. I mean, you look kind of silly when you're down 23 and you go woofing at somebody. Come on now.
Yeah, he might have been saying that, but maybe there's something, maybe they got some history going from the prior plays.
Yeah, I don't know what Kilgore might have said to provoke that.
That's true.
1st down and 10, give to Payne, fumble. Penson drops on the football, thank goodness. And that is a loss of yardage. Unfortunately, Jacob Johnson, give him credit for the tackle. He was the first one there, kind of, I guess you say, touching Penson down.
Yeah. So it's a very we got a birthday to celebrate today. I wanted to see if you could figure out who it was. I'll see if I can give you a clue here.
Okay, December the 3rd.
December 3rd.
All right.
It has to do
somebody
with
famous?
Yes.
Okay.
The person is very famous.
2nd down and 16. 4:41 to go. Penson fakes the handoff, throwing deep down the near sideline, looking for Douglas, and it's over his head. and gloating and celebrating, and he's certainly entitled, is Michael Jordan right in front of the Hightower cheerleaders.
There was not much of a chance on that one. He basically overthrew him and out of bounds. Okay, this particular person is he's in the entertainment business.
Does he sing?
That really narrows it down, doesn't it?
Does he
sing?
sing?
Yes, he's a singer.
Is he part of a group?
He's known for being part of a group and for
Being
his
solo.
his solo
I think
work.
I have an idea.
Okay.
3rd down and 16. Penson steps up, throws, and it's tipped and incomplete. Sultan Bakare almost had himself a pick, and it'll be 4th and 16. Is he British?
You might have it already, yes.
Phil Collins?
No.
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 Oh, boy.
Paul McCartney?
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. This guy just turned 73 today.
Okay, well, it can't be Elton John because he wasn't part of a group.
Right.
It's not Robert Plant, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
All right, let's
too
see.
satanic for me.
Let's see. Well, you could use that terminology with this particular group, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, 4th down and 16. 5 receivers in the pattern, but a timeout called by Paetow. And we got to take a timeout, and I'll be back while I think about this.
The First Tire and Automotive family wishes you happy holidays with these Merry Christmas of savings. 10% off any and all repairs or $15 off an oil change. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive has supported school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
All right. I said Phil Collins. I said Paul McCartney. I said Robert Plant. British. How many guys in the group?
That's a good question.
Okay, hold that thought. 4th and 16. Penson throws. Incomplete, intended for Douglas. He cut in. The pass went out. Missed him by about 3 or 4 feet. And Caleb Douglas's career is going to end at Hightower, and it is ended with one of his most frustrating games ever.
Probably.
I need a hint.
Let's see here. Think train.
Train? All right. Train.
First down, Panthers.
Train. Midnight train to Georgia? No, that's American. Paetow with a football at the Hightower 36 and 4:24 to burn off. Dumas with backs in an eye behind him. Turns around and gives it to Brown. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. Slicing through like a knife through hot butter, Cameron Bradford.
This song that has the word train in it is still played a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes in sporting events and so on.
Oh, Crazy Train. Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he
I don't know
dishonored the Alamo. I don't know that I want to talk about him like he's something.
Yeah, that was a few years ago. He.
You don't do that. I love Texas. You're
Yeah.
from Wisconsin. You don't know how much I love it.
Well, I can appreciate Texas.
2nd down and 14. Wilson in motion. There goes Brown. Again, he's dropped in the backfield, and this time it is Verrett, DeCamron Verrett.
Brought down by number 6.
No, Julian Payne.
I would say,
Third down.
at this point of the game, 35-12, clock running, 3 minutes to play. I don't know if I'd have Mr. Brown in the ball game.
I don't think I would either. I would bring Demarion Phillips out, and he's the guy that torched the Hurricanes in that 55-7 win. So Jacob Brown didn't even play in that game.
I wonder where the other fella is, if he's probably would get some carries here tonight.
3rd down and 16. Dumas is going to throw. Cole Wilson's got it. He's belted after a pickup of 8. Gets to the Hightower 35.
Well,
that'll set up 4th and 9.
Stayed in bounds, too. Now there's a stoppage. I guess Hightower is going to call timeout here.
By the way, I said 4th and 9. I thought it was 4th and 9.
I did, too.
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is a timeout, and we'll take it and be back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
All right, 4th down and 8. They gave the pass catcher credit to getting to the 34-yard line. Slant pass incomplete. Hightower's going to get the ball back. Jason Blue running a nice route, but the ball was thrown a little bit behind him. Canes take over, and they've got 2:34 left on the clock to try and make the final score a little bit closer. They trail 35-12.
It's been 35-12 for a long time, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it has.
It's like the whole quarter, I think. You were telling us the last time you were at Rice Stadium was 2003?
That's right, and as a matter of fact, that is the last high school football game my mom ever came to. She went to literally hundreds in her time, I think. Penson throws, and the catch not made because getting hit immediately as soon as the ball arrived. The ball was knocked out of the hands of Trevor Knowles.
Yeah, he had the ball, but the contact just squirted it out of his possession. The last time I was here, Roger, and I think you're going to tell me the year, I want to say 2011, Katy versus Pearland.
Yeah, well, that
we talked about that
probably
before.
2010.
Was it
because
2010?
That year, Pearland won state.
That's the year they won state, so whatever year that was. And one of the best football games, not just high school, but any football game I've ever seen.
Here's a running play to Payne, and he gets 3 yards from the 36 to the what?
Well,
I'm sorry, from the 34 to the 37.
And then I was going to tell you the time I was here before that.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you that after this play here.
2:06 to go. Fake to Payne. Penson keeps, scrambles forward, gets 4 more, gets it to the 41. It'll be 4th down and 3 to go.
All right, 1994 or 5.
Was it in the rain?
It was not in the rain.
Oh.
And it was a beautiful night overlooking the city, and I was at a concert.
Oh, a concert.
And it was, I'll give you the name of the concert. The Hell Freezes Over Tour.
Oh, the Eagles,
The
yes.
Eagles. One of the best concerts I've ever been part of, and this stadium was rocking and full. It was amazing. I'd say
4th down and 3. Penson fakes the handoff, runs to his right. He's desperate. He can't get out of the backfield, and the domination is complete. Paetow ends the final Hightower possession. 1:18 to go, and the Panthers can just run it out. That must have been an awesome concert performance.
It was a great concert, and I'm trying to think of the lead act was. I would imagine. I know who it is, and I'd just be curious to hear your reaction as to who this person was. Etheridge.
Melissa Etheridge.
Melissa
Yeah.
Etheridge. I sort of liked a couple of the songs, and then as time went on, I didn't like this artist quite as much.
Well, she did 2 or 3 songs that I liked, but I never saw her in concert.
Yeah. And it wasn't. Obviously, we were there to see the Eagles back together again.
There's another run. Jacob Brown, he almost broke through and scored again, and I kind of wonder myself, why is he still out there?
Well, why is he out there? And then
He's your bell cow. Come on now.
Secondly, you're going to run the clock out. What are you doing?
Yeah, why are you still running plays? You got to. I was about to say something, and I stopped myself. I was going to say you're going to face this team in district games next year. No, you're not. Paetow is a huge enrollment school. They will be in 6A when the UIL realigns.
I'll be darned.
So they need to do what the Shadow Creek Sharks did. You know, they were a 6A size school when they were still in 5A and they won a state championship. Paetow can do the same.
So I don't understand how they can do that. How do they allow that to happen if they're already a 6A size school?
Patrick.
Come on now.
He takes a knee. The time is going to run out. Congratulations, Paetow. The final score, 35-12, and they are the champions of Region 3.
So you're telling me
Patrick,
that right now,
I can tell you what I'm telling you.
Okay.
The UIL has to take a measurement
every how many
about
years?
A year ago, a year and a half ago. That's when they measure it, and then they make the decisions. But enrollments change in the interim. Okay.
I don't know.
You can't do it.
You can't do it every
on
year?
something that happened a few weeks ago. What?
You can't do it every year.
I can give you the address. You can email
What
the
I'm
UIL
saying,
and
Roger,
ask them
is
why they do that.
You can't do it every year? Is that what you're telling me then?
You go 2 years. It's like congressional terms.
Oh, come on. Roger.
I don't do it.
I know, I'm just saying.
You can't change every year.
Why can't you? If your enrollment
Because-
changes, your enrollment changes, period. That's it.
Okay.
It's a statistic. It's a number.
Okay. All right. We've gone down a rabbit hole. I don't know how many people are still listening because the issue of this game has been settled, but I hope some of them are because I want to name all the Hightower seniors. They had a glorious final season, and it's been great. And they lost to an awesome team in the Paetow Panthers, who I hope to see winning a state championship. So here are your Hurricane seniors. Caleb Johnson, Caleb Douglas, Skylar Robinson, Julian Payne, Cameron Bradford, DeCamron Verrett, Kaishun Smith, Andreas Missick Duncombe, Jaden Adams, Jalen Mendez, Jamarian Ferguson, Jaden Chibuzo, Donovan Miller, Ricky McGraw, Thaddeus Gidry, Frederick Hankins, John McGee, Jeremy Straughter, Trevor Knowles, Jaden Scott, Alan Varghese, Convel Dukes, Blake Petterway, Curtis Carson, Miles Green, Jamar Dixon, Christian Harris, Camden Fountain, Javon Lister, Joshua Dawkins, James Vincent, Armando Ventura, we're going to miss you, Ace, Roderick Sapp, and that's it. So there you go, Patrick. There's nothing like the ending of a high school athletic career, and it can bring not just tears, but sobs, even for those who know they're going to go on and play at the next level, or at least try. So you fall in love with that game. You invest so much blood, so much sweat, so many tears, and there's so many wonderful things about extracurricular activities in high school, especially athletics, because sometimes you realize life isn't always fair. You're not always going to be rewarded for your efforts.
That's right. And the thing about these last games and so on is that this is the last time you'll ever play with this group of people. You'll never play on this same team again. So the memories are there, and hopefully for Hightower, I think most of them will be pretty positive memories for this year. They've gone quite a ways here in the playoffs. They just came across a good team.
No doubt about that. And of course, there are friendships. You know,
absolutely.
You grow up and you get a chance to play high school athletics, and chances are you're going to have several friends that will be your friends throughout your life for many decades.
A lot of stories to tell.
Still to come. And I think about my mom and how many high school athletes she cheered for, and I think I might have exaggerated when I said she went to hundreds of games. Well, I guess if you go to 101, you've been to hundreds, technically. But she went to a lot of high school games, and the last of them was 03 here at Rice. when North Shore beat the Woodlands for the championship. All right, so let's put a wrap on this football season and say this Vype Live presentation of Fort Bend Hightower playoff football has been brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire Automotive, with 4 great locations in Fort Bend County for the best prices on tires and everything else that your vehicle needs to run at its very best. Visit firsttireandauto.com. By Archer Volkswagen on the Southwest Freeway just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. They've been open since 1956 and they're ready to serve you. You'll feel like family when you're at Archer Volkswagen. And by the Needville Insurance Agency. You'll get the very best rate on your car and home insurance when you put the Needville Insurance Agency to work for you. Bradley Stavanaugh and his team shop dozens of carriers, so you pay the lowest premium possible. Call them at 979-793-7411 or go to needvilleinsurance.com. Patrick, is there anything else you want to say to our audience before we say goodbye from the home of the Mob, Rice Stadium? You know, that's their band.
Yes.
The Mob.
Well, it's been a pleasure. It's been a blessing for me to be able to do some more football this year, and I appreciate everything Roger does for me and for Vype, getting all this stuff put together. I've said it before, and I'm saying it again, Roger does a lot of work behind the scenes that I don't think anybody really has an idea how much he does with the rosters and the statistics and everything that you do, getting things set up, calling athletic directors and stadiums and whatnot. So, Roger, I appreciate everything that you do, and I appreciate you letting me be part of it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm glad we met. I'm glad we found someone who's willing to take the time because, you and I are both busy professionals. We're educators, and, it takes a lot of time to do what teachers have to do. But we make time for this because we like it so much.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
All right. So for Mitchell Paget, our producer, for Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat, Patrick Kinnick, and myself, and everybody on the Vype team, Roger Smith saying good night and God bless from Rice Stadium. Our final score, Paetow 35, Hightower 12. The hurricane season is over, but all the best of luck in the world to the Paetow Panthers. Go Win State. We're very happy for you. And I'm sure Hightower is going to say a very happy goodbye because they won't have to play district games against you next year. And we'll see you in 6A. Try to be nice. Good night, everybody.